Kanina kulugeni sawa ya kwani mashakil bijere sanambi wasulu kanina kuluhibu badu ya jamaa mashakil bijere sanambi wasulu salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam Mafifako salam dema binadi beja kwani na 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 kan belet mafifako salam dema binadi belet ya kwani na 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 kan shoko tatu mafifako salam dema binadi shoko ya kwani na 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 salam salam alaikum alaikum salam 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 alaikum alaikum salam. Peace is all we need in our family, in our country. Salam, salam ya oni na dayo. South Sudan. Number one. Aku geni sawa oko na oko geni sawa jeran geni sawa sabi masapi geni sawa gebila magebila geni sawa bele mabele geni sawa salam salam alaikum alaikum salam 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 alaikum alaikum salam 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 alaikum alaikum salam 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 alaikum alaikum salam.
Please go ahead, share it. We will start soon.
They're always sharing tips on ways
We will
to
start
and
soon.
make life a little easier. Maybe a hair pad.
Go ahead, share it. We're gonna start soon.
Mama bikoreta tobe alela, mama gali jena de paida tomafi, mama ne situ gali de umon, Yau karabu jena de magaba. Kiyal tanas taninkan bidoru finederesa. Yakura bidoru kaman bidun kurus. Tafatur finederesa. Bilimbi sumutu keli fikura. Wobiruwa fikenisa mami fakiri. Dekulukan dirasa. Ashane jena dekere arufta deshuno. عشان هم بيفتشوا سكة مستقبل لكن جنة ماما ما بيدوروا بكورة ياباني لكن جنة ماما ما بيجني دكيان دكي جواي كجنة ماما أمرو حاجة بطل ماما ما بيونسوا حاجة كولو كولو Oh, Canada, Canada. Ana muzekir sabita izaman isinto dondol dondol indujana pese gilas dondol indujana pese kura alfogo hina.
Alice, what's up?
Mami hambi sambala Itama bituku jena tatondo.
Hello, good to see you.
Kanarabia mafi jena dema biruwa mederesa. Kanabi ujesma jena dema biruwa figenisa. Kanawodilo akiro jena debe ambara sulu. Dondol karabu jena denta. Oh, Canada, Madara. Oh, Canada, Zimi Adibo. Oh, Canada, Madara.
All right, thanks, sis.
Bitala haja tani. Bitala haja tani. Bitala haja tani. Bitala haja tani. Usara tele iti mama. Usara tele iti papa. Usara tele iti mama. Usara tele iti papa. Oh, Canada, Madara. Oh, Canada, lazimi atibu.
We will start soon. This is the last song. But meanwhile, please help us by sharing it. We will start after this song.
Mata kutuba lemas, alti wanu swisintaki, amonu hajat kibes, asma kalam tanasa wes, albisa idita befikra wes, kanu ogisa, kanu fikira, kanu wanusa, kanu doria, lanu finas tanin bija, bija binas kanu foko, umon bikeli mogadi, inta zatuma ufaido,
Marafesu,
Ajataki bikarabu, jalo mambi wanusu wanusu, jalo mambi atako mata simbu man,
Sakanda kasambala, takati hajataki. Santino, Major, what's up, brother? Josephine Yata, how are you? So.
Mata da kalfa tanas, uruzo beteriga topa kui. Te ana yao kala kuzete, wa ana yao arab sabate, afizombi arab sabate,
Arab Sabate, Arab Sabate,
shetan mabi
Arab Sabate,
ashan kida sibu ana, mata da kalfa jatai, mata tabu ana bilal, mata doru ana tai. Mata simbu man,
Taka Sambalam, Taka Hajataki,
mata simbu man,
Taka Sambalam, Taka Hajataki,
lakabata,
So,
fitina kaman, wanusunas, number one, saka number one. Get bataiki wacha manasa liwa msusi mtanasi.
we will start after this song.
Kelbiki wacha zamanta wila shanta lamtana salibatalie. Bihimu futu waranasi, bihonu suwapanaye, itamaru ya sabi. Kelbiki wacha zamanta wila shanta lamtana salibatalie. Bihimu futu waranasi, bihonu suwapanaye, itamaru ya sabi. Mata simbu man,
Taka Sambalam, Taka Hajataki,
mata simbu man,
Taka Sambalam, Taka Hajataki,
lakabata,
So,
fitina kaman, wanusunas,
After this song, we'll start. Almost done. Almost done. All right. Let's go ahead and start our program. What an awesome to see all of you guys today. It's another day, another dollar, like they said. But before I start, let me thank each and everyone that tune in. Let me see from the top we have Alice Abang. She say hello, brother. Santino Major also say hello, brother. Josephine Yata say hi. How are you? I'm doing great, Josephine, and I hope you're doing great as well. Brother Santino also say, all good, brother. You are welcome. Sarah Cho say, Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa ta'ala wa barakatuh. Sister Ashol, Sarah Ashol, Fatima, what's up, Fatima? Good to see you as well. Please help us by sharing it, please. Go ahead, share it in the groups. Share it with anybody that you know. I would really appreciate if you do that. That would be great if you do that, please. Share it, share it. This is a continuation of what we left on Tuesday. This is what we left on Tuesday. So please help us by sharing it first. Go ahead, share it, share it, share it. I'm still waiting for a few more to tune in. If you share it, send likes, send us like and share it, please. I will appreciate that. Nyajain said, Mala Mugwa, you know, thing. Good to see you. Please go ahead, share it, please. Share it. We'll start soon. I want to make sure we have enough audience before we continue. Yep. Go ahead, share it, share it, share it. Go ahead, share it, please. If you do that, that would be great. We want to make sure we have enough audience. And this is a continuation. Sorry, I was trying to tag some people here that want to join us. But if you can go ahead and share it, that would be awesome. Uh, we have enough audience. Sarah, salam alaikum, wa alaikum salam. All right, thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Santino, he said it's shared. Thank you. This is a continuation, so I will drop the link. It's not something new. I hope that you have read the topic up there. Come in, come all. Let's try to have a healthy conversations. Can a woman be a president in South Sudan one day? If yes, if you agree, yes, then that's okay. If you disagree, why not? Why we can promote a woman to be a president? Why we can promote a mother to be a president? Why do we don't promote? Because we need people with knowledge, right? The thing here, because we want to make sure that we have enough people with enough knowledge that can bring us together. But let's think about it for a second. If we promote a woman, or if we all elect a woman to be a president, how do you picture our country going to be? How do you look at it? Our nation is going to be if we promote a woman to be a president or the next president of our country. Do you think a woman will do a good job? Of course, a woman can be a president in South Sudan. Yes, this is what Sister Susan Ali said. Of course, a woman can be a president of South Sudan one day. You know, yes, the future. Uh, yes, in the future. No, right now. Okay, so Santino said that yes, in the future, not right now, we can have a female to run our country. But they're saying not right now. It is not a time for it right now. Oh, okay. Okay, Brother Santino. Okay, sounds good. Ogef, Ayik said that it will become more nice and homey. Of course, anything we desire to have, I think we can do it. Nothing impossible. Everything is possible if we give chance to a woman to lead us. I believe, or I trust, maybe There will not going to be no more killing. Instead, we all going to live in peace. Uh, and then we have our sister here say that, where is it? I think I see it early. She said, Nijani Duang said that our country is going to be great when a woman become a leader. Of course, our country will be great if we promote or if we elect a woman to be a president. The future is now. Uh, Susan Ali said that the future is now. It's long overdue, brother. Okay, so which means we can promote and give chance, or we can talk about it. Is it possible for a woman to be a president? And if no, why not? A woman can do a good job by bringing us together. A woman can play a big role by stopping the war in our nations. A woman can promote peace, can unite us as 64 tribe or 64 and plus tribe in South Sudan. So a woman can do a lot, right? But a woman can do a lot whenever women have visions. Any woman that have visions can come and change our society, regardless of our differences. But it's better for women to come and tell us what can they do different in order to promote them or to bring them to a power. Uh, what is different? Because now we have women even in top positions. We have the vice presidents, Mama Rebecca Nyandeng Mabur. She's a vice president, and that's a high position in the nations. We have the Minister of Health, also is a female, Bordo. She can even do more. But are they doing something now? We have a Minister of Foreign Affairs. She's also a woman. Is also a woman. But are they doing much? Are they doing really an awesome job to say that women's? We always said some people they even say they want 50%. Women deserve to have 50%. 35%, it is not enough. Statistically, they said that women are majority than men. So, which means they're supposed to have at least 50% when it comes to seats to come when it comes to leadership. We can give them 50% and see if they're going to do something different. There's so many women that are leaders now, and they have led a lot of successful country. For instance, we know in U.S. the vice president is Kamala Harris. She's a female, and now she's doing an awesome job. So, which means there's nothing impossible when it comes to women leadership. People don't value women by the look, but they value women. But what can you contribute to our nations? What can you contribute to your people? What can you contribute to your society, your country? So this is what we need to address, and we want female to come also and tell us they deserve to be given more than 50% or no. And if they deserve to be given 50%, what are they going to do different than the men? As we talked last week, sorry, 2 days ago. Greeting, Brother Kurkuju, the viewers. Yeah, we're all doing great. Good to see you, my brother Kurkuju. Uh, ah, Oget say that we need someone like Suzanne Jumbo. Suzanne Jumbo can do a lot if we give her a chance to be a president one day in South Sudan. But Some here said that yes, a woman can be a president, but not now. So if we say a woman can be a president, but not now, when is the time? When is it going to be the time for a woman to be a president? That is something that we need to consider and think about it, right? And if you said time is now, are they ready? Are they ready to be given a chance? And that's the questions. You know, it's not about who can be a president, who cannot. You know, and it will be wise if we give them a chance to see whether they can do something. Uh, thank you, Brother Kukuju. He's going to join us soon. Brother Santino also said here, uh, yes, it's true. In Africa, we don't do that. But guess what? Ma, there's some Africa now, Africa country, they have women, especially in the high seat. We have Ethiopia, the president is a female, right? In the Nabordo, Zimbabwe. Sorry, we have Tanzania. We have a female Bordo become a president, right? And also in Liberia, we have a female Bordo become a president. So, which means we need to work so hard and we need to try to give them chance and see whether they can do a good job. Uh, Suzanne Ali was saying, who is Suzanne Jambo? Suzanne Jambo, she's a very strong woman. She used to work with closely with Dr. John Garang de Mabur. She worked with a lot of leaders, and she contributed a lot in the movement of SPLM chapter in Nairobi, and also even here on social media. She in US, she visited a couple of states or most of the states, and she go and she talk about her visions and what she can do to bring our people together. Maybe she will come and join us in the near future. I hosted a show with her before, and I hope I will try to see if she have some time. She can come to Family Common Sense show and give us more from her wisdom. She's really smart woman, very talented, very strong woman. So we need to promote women to come and even speak and tell us what is their visions, what can they do different, etc. Yes. Susanna Ali, that's right. So she's really doing an awesome job in the community, and even she have a good heart of helping people. And she's a very humble person that's always there whenever you need her. She's always there, and that's the good spirit. Uh, uh, when you try to be, or you want, if you want to do something in the country or bring change to our society, first you have to be humble enough to for people to even like you. And when you humble yourself, guess what? People will start liking you even more. And that's the spirit of leadership. Anytime you call her, if she's available, she will answer your call, and with any message or with uh, anything you need, any advice you need, she's there to help you. And that's what I can say about Suzanne Jambu. But قالوا إنه كلام بيكون كويس لما تسمع من سيدو أو من صاحبه. You see, that's what I can say a little bit about Suzanne Jambo. But let's go. Let's go ahead. Let me drop the link to all our female. Come and tell us what can you guys do different. If they give you guys a chance to lead or to become a president of our nation, what can you guys do different? You know, It's something that, of course, حاجات ده بيحصل، لكن قال بكون كويس لما تسمع من خشم سيدو. So we are here to listen to you guys. What can you say about this? What can you do different if you become a president of South Sudan? لأنه برضه president the vice president برضه يا جماعة عنده أهمية كبيرة ودور كبير في بلدنا, right? Or in Africa in general. So if you reach a top position like Minister of Defense, command vice president, uh, those are high position. Thank you, Santino. No problem. Those are high position. They're well respected, and fruit they can do a lot of changes in terms of women rights, in terms of what can they do different. But sometimes people say that they don't give them a chance. Mind them fursa, they go alone, so they cannot even do a lot when it comes to leadership. But do you think uh, they're not given a chance? The 35%, do you think Adole Nasawin? This is something that we need to talk about and see what needs to be done. Let me bring Brother Kukuyu. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm very well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Another day, man. Looking
Greeting to
sharp.
you and greeting to your viewer.
Tell me, man, are you taking the juice plus or something? And you look every day. You look young, 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 younger, younger, younger. What's
Am
the
I
secret?
am I am I doing what?
Oh yeah, you do. You need to be much like that. You're looking young, 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 and younger, younger. Are you taking the juice
والله
plus, or what's the secret, man? So we can try
بشرب
that.
مديدة بشرب مديدة بس سمسم بس.
Okay, I will try that to see if it's gonna work.
Yeah. مديدة بس سمسم بس. So that is the
Oh,
secret, man. صباح
okay.
لازم مهم.
Yeah, and it's sabah bilin, huh? Once in the
مديدة
morning and one time at night, huh?
مديدة بالدقوة. So that's it. Yeah.
Iowa.
Uh,
Welcome,
uh,
Kurguji. Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. Welcome.
Oh, it is my pleasure. I'm happy
Mm,
to be here. And
thank you.
as
Mm,
we started the conversation 2 days ago,
mm.
uh, I believe it is a good idea to be part of it today. At least there is a different perspective, and thing got heated last time.
Last yes,
And yeah, I'll. Mr. Largel, Dr. Largel been
that's
cornered
it.
badly, so
Uh-huh.
we hope
Uh-huh.
we hope he will join us tonight so that to be given a room also to put his thoughts through.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
That's true. That's true. That's true. We hope to soon he will come to join us too. I know. The Manasi Amalek accused of four people. If they disagree with you, that means you need to think or rethink again and see there's something not right. You know.
yeah,
زي ما بقول قال له أذان واحد قطع and four people are saying the same thing. You should try it and check it
ده
whether it's there or
حقيقة.
no. You know. Yes. Do you think one day one of our brothers said here that there's no way female president to be president out in our country? Not now. Maybe it will take 50 years at least.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can
Uh,
hear you. Mm.
دي كلام غريب شوية لأنه people keep
Mm.
confusing us على أساس إنه not now, leave it to God time ومش عارف إيه وكلام ده كله. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Uh, if we have to think about it from this perspective, okay? How God hated us, people of South Sudan, to that extent. Ala sasa no Dr. John Yomut. Wajiblena musiba linsmu Salva Kiir da ala sasa no to fail our country, miserable to that extent. Okay. We will not be able to intervene, but Salva Kiir is there for a reason and a season, and his season gonna come to an end very soon. Okay. I believe whoever gonna be the next president of Republic of South Sudan or a prime minister will be outstandingly. There is no way to compare him or her with Salva Kiir. So because Salva Kiir has committed all the mistake in modern history, okay, in terms of governing. He failed to the extent and nothing working properly. Okay, therefore, whoever gonna come, you just look at mistake of Salva Kiir, okay, all of them, and you try not to do those mistakes. And by not doing those mistakes, I don't want to sound like God. My biblical name is Moses. I will say 99.9% will do much, much, much better than Salva Kiir.
Okay, but let me ask you, my brother Kurkuju.
Yeah.
With the African mentality, before they elect you, people come with energy. That, you know, if you guys elect me, I will do this, I will do this, I will be better than the ex-president or something like that. We notice that, and we've seen that in African countries. For example, let's say Gribas in Uganda. When the time of Idi Amin Dada, people say that this is the worst president ever. When Museveni comes to power, they will say, "Oh, this is a gift from God. He will do even better than Idi Amin Dada." Yes, for the first couple of years they will be fine, but after that, they want to remain in the power for the rest of their life. So this is an African mentality. When they come with energy. As soon as they settle themselves, they will start showing their real face. You know, do you think that will not happen again to our country? I know we have seen that in some countries.
Remember how they come to power. Okay, this is whereby, because if it's through ballot box, it is through election, then there will be vetting. Okay, because each political party will present their candidate. Okay, and that is mean within their hierarchy, they did their vetting and they have the best of the best who is capable, qualify for the position. Okay, and therefore when they push that individual, whether a guy or a woman, still that person, his or her party, they have seen him or her fit for the position to be the lead, the prime minister or the president. So therefore, that will be something completely different. But if you look at the example of the like of Idi Amin, Museveni, Umar al-Bashir, and many, many others, they came to power through a gun barrel, okay, through military move. So therefore, nobody elected them, nobody vetted them, so that to make sure their heart is on the country. Also, even sometimes African leaders, when they were being elected, they come in. We have seen it with, what is his name? The former president of South Africa.
Jacob Zumba, whatever. Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob, and with his entourage. Okay? Yeah. But rarely we have the like of Mandela, okay, who came for one term And he said, hey, enough. You guys took me from the prison to the higher seat. It is about time I have to walk away from the presidency at my higher note. Okay. And that is why globally, people like yourself, I, and so many, Mandela made a unique history. And that is why we admire him. And Mandela gonna be a lesson in books of history for generation and generation to come. But those people, Aleno Jaba Krupp, you couldn't believe it. Can you imagine Fiyomin Alayam with all the leadership of the SPLM? Salva Kiir, even in his dream, he never thought about it as in who will be the president. Lakin, things happen, and those of Arok to Arok and many people down the road, something happened, boom, he's there. So therefore, I will go back still. I will say, أي زول ولا زولة لأنه هيجي في منصب بتاع رئيس بتاع جمهورية جنوب السودان will be much better than what's so called Abu Tagia. So there is
if
nothing
we give
there.
4 years, for instance, لو عندنا constitution قال إنه هيكون في election every 5 years, or let's say every 4 years, and we elected a woman, do you think she will prosper and she will do much better?
Let me paint this picture. You have somebody in the studio if you want to welcome them. Let me paint this picture about the concept of the president. If you want to welcome the guests first, and then I can answer your question.
Absolutely. Santino Majur, what's up, brother? We can't see you well.
Great brother. I'm still in the darkness. All Africa in the darkness.
Are you in Juba? Like Kurkuja said the other day.
In
Are you in
Israel.
Juba?
Yeah, in Australia.
Australia.
In Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
The concept of the head of the state, whether it is a president or a prime minister, okay? Those who love to talk about the Bible, I will go back to the Bible and I will take Jesus for example, okay? Jesus knows it all, okay? Because he never been to school, but he went to the temple, he opened the book and he started reading, okay? And he know what is inside those books.
Yes.
But what he did, he surround himself with people from all walk of life. He got the doctor, he got the accountant, the tax collector, the fisher, and people from all aspects of life. He surround himself with them as his executive member of the board. Okay, he doesn't need their wisdom, but because those people, he need them from the walk of life, and he selected them for a reason. He never came and looked for the intellect only. But even somebody like Peter, the fisherman, he became the cornerstone, for the Christianity or for the church and so forth. So the concept of being a prime minister or being the president, you may have some idea, but what you do, you surround yourself with the smarter people in those fields, those who understand security, those who understand the economic, education, and all aspects of governing. You bring them in, you surround yourself with them, then you get their idea. This is what the bigger corporation CEO for those company هما بيعملوه. Okay, يعني صاحب the executive director, he might be a brilliant guy, لكن بيقعد معهم في البورد. Those 16, 15 people, all of them, they are scientists. They come with different idea, okay? And he will collect the best of the best, then present it as this is the project or this is the vision of the company. This is what the presidency they do. You don't have to understand في اقتصاد, في علوم, في صحة, في في حاجات ديل كله لكن just you have to be a good manager so that you bring those people. That is why مجلس الوزراء في الدول المتقدمة بيجيبوا ناس متخصصين في المجالات ديل. اوكي وزير الصحة بيكون في الزول عنده علاقة بصحة. مدير بتاع البنك المركزي بيكون زول اقتصادي، زول بيفهم في المجال ده. وزير بتاع التربية والتعليم بيكون زول درس كلية بتاع تربية عنده فكر في المجال ده and so forth. في الزراعة بيكون زول أخصائي زراعي and so forth. لكن يجيبوا لك تجم زول لا يعرف القراءة والكتابة، مستشار بتاع الأمن القومي لرئاسة الجمهورية، زول ما بيعرف القراءة والكتابة، وزير الصحة. اوكي كان قلت له يعرف لك بكتيريا ده شنو والفيروس ده شنو، هو ما بيعرف. So what are you doing؟ ما ده السبب انه كير فشل نفسه. كير would have gathered the best of the best المثقفين والمتعلمين في مجالات مختلفة to bring and sit them down and just to manage them. لكن لما له مجموعة من كروت. That is why our government is going backward. So المرأة لأنه هتجي تبقى رئيس وزراء ولا هتبقى رئيس بتاع جمهورية السودان، جمهورية جنوب السودان، أكيد إنه she will have this concept بتاعت executive director. So ما هيجيب نسوان تجم، ما هيجيب رجال مغفلين just because or whatever reason. بيجيب ناس لأنه they can get the job done and deliver the service. This is my perspective. So therefore أي زول بيفكر تفكير سليم is qualified على أساس إنه to be the president of the Republic of South Sudan. I will yield it back to you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Kuju. We have brother Majur, Santino Majur.
Hello, brother. How are you?
How are you? Good to see you. We will start the time.
Tamam,
We'll give you 5 minutes.
Greeting to you, brother Santino.
كيف كركوجو؟
أنا تمام.
تمام.
Alhamdulillah, good to see you. It is.
Yeah, me too.
We can see your face, but good to hear your voice, just to be correct.
Do you have light? You light enough? There's a light?
Yeah, there is a small light, but don't worry about it because it's cold in Melbourne. Too cold.
Okay, go ahead. Brother.
I like what the shukum kulakum. Tabara nena kula na masakampin. Ana guta gebel katabto. Nam المستقبل لا الوقت الحاضر. ليه؟ كل زول عنده التفكير بتاعه ولا مفاهيم على الطبيعة الموجود right now. إذا مشينا في السودان نمسك من فترة بتاع العبود كم 50 until now عندنا هنسة كشف رأس الجمهورية. ولماذا؟ لأنه ليه نشيل الدولة لنا السودان سيبا another countries. في السودان القديم حتى now ما في مرة ممثلة في رئاسة الجمهورية أو رئيس الجمهورية. ليه؟ بالرغم من في وجود العذاب لكن بيروجوا لأنه مرة شالوا في الوقت ممكن يحصلوا الانقلاب. ما في قانون كده دستور ملموس ممكن بيحفظ لحق المرأة وبردي الرؤية والاحترام للمرأة حق المرأة ما في. That is one of good and not. Because ما في قانون بقدر بيحفظه. ما في دستور دايم بدي حق للمرأة. بالرقم نسوان أشتر من الرجال. أشتر من الرجال. مثال سوزانا جامبو ممكن يمسكوا لكن لو مسكوا هسي وقت الحاليا ما يتم 3 days in السلطة ليه؟ ما في وعي في الجنوب right now. القبلية موجود، ما في وعي ده ملموس. البقدر إنه أساسا بقدر زول هكا عشان يمشي يقدم ويعبر الدار يقدمه للمواطن. يبين لو ده لا ما قرن لو ده لو ليلة بكرة ممكن يجري فوقه، لأن لسه التعليم في لكن ما كافية في الجنوب. اوكي يبين لو كشين هسه شوف الدول الجوار في الناس ده كلهم سفرة ولا يعرفين القراءة والكتابة، هل يمشي يعمل شنو هناك؟ بيمشي بيعمل شنو؟ ولا في علاقة؟ إنما المستقبل بتاعه بس جابوهم يمضى بس يوديه قدام يرميه قدام. فأنا ما مشجع في الوقت الحاضر عن تيل الجنوب يعرف بعضهم كالأولاد يسيب الحاجة اسم قبلية خالص، الشباب يسيب القبلية خالص ويكون في توية كيف نوية بعضنا إن مستقبل الدولة ومستقبل الشعب الجنوب هيكون بشنو. and then هيظهر الناس بقدر يقدم الدولة هنا. ما في حروبات، ما في قتال بين بعضهم، أي قبيلة يهجم مع قبيلة كالأولاد الجنوب. بدي فرصة بدي شان للمرأة، لكن الوقت الحاضر حتى لو روح الراجل ده جابه فوق بجري بكرة، لو جاب بطريقة انقلاب ما بقول، لكن بطريقة ديمقراطية بالانتخابات ممكن يقدم. فممكن لو في أي رؤية ثانية ممكن تضيف عليه، لكن ده لا على وجه النظر بتاعي أنا.
Okay. شكرا brother Santino or our uncle Santino. You mentioned إنه كان جبنا سوزان جامبو يكون رئيس مثلا ما بقى 3 يوم. Do you mean هيعمل له انقلاب ولا ما عنده capability إنه to run the country؟
ما مسألة بالcapability. أنا عنده capability. يبن كركوجو ممكن يقدم الدولة، ممكن إنت كمان ممكن يقدم الدولة، لكن الوقت الحاضر القبلية كتير. هتشوف بكرة في حركات مسلحة هتضمن بده ويكاتب لما ينسى ذاته حاجة اسم مستقبل ديفلوبمنت.
طيب ما حصل عندنا president راجل سلفا كير وستيل we have قبلية قاعد ومشاكل لسه قاعد، يعني it's not about man or female.
أنا بقول لك الكرسي فيه كير ده كانوا لو أنا ما بقبل عشان أقعد في شوم يعني في التنمية ودار في سلاح جاي أنت بتقدر تقدم حاجة ما بتقدر. الراس هيكون شوية تمشي تشكل الزول أولا، تمشي تعمل السلام يوار مع زول اللي عنده السلاح عشان يقتل كده السلاح تحت. أنت تنسى لأن حاجة اسم تنمية ذات ديفلوبمنت هتنسى. فأنا بشوف بالبلدية أحسن الناس يكوش عشان يوعي الجناية المواطن الضعيف يعرب على حاجة اسمه ننال القتال بيناتهم. أولاد الواو يشوف أولاد الدينكا كلاكوان، أولاد النوير يشوف أولاد الدينكا أو الدينكا يشوف أولاد شلو كلاكوان. يكون فيها حركة قوية بيناتنا عشان نسيب حاجة اسم القتال. إذا دارني نصلى البلد وإذا رأيناها جميع العذاب أي واحد يجي يقدم عشان يرشح نفسه هنا هيكون في شنو؟ هيكون في وحدة، وأي رئيس تجي هيكون في احترام كافية. لكن وقت الحاضر أنا ما I don't think so.
Okay.
may I come in?
نمشي لبرادر كوركوجو. Go ahead. ندي فرصة لكوركوجو.
Okay.
مم.
ديما مناظرة لكن no disrespect لأخوي سانتينو.
مم.
أنت تقول أنت في أستراليا. I
نعم.
believe رئيس وزراء سابق في أستراليا كان مرة if my information is correct. Okay. أنا I am a father, a proud father. عندي بنتين وولدين. قايلم here عنده 5 بنات.
مم.
Okay. بودي بناته مدارس and so forth على أساس إنه في النهاية إنه يرجعوا يخدموا جنوب السودان.
مم.
And why not على أساس إنه واحد من بناته ولا بنتي يبقى رئيس وزراء ولا يبقى رئيسة بتاع جنوب السودان within the next 5 years 6 years. Okay. موضوع إنه المرأة بيعملوا له انقلاب معلش ما في منطق في الحتة ده، لأنه لو إذا في الدولة بتاع مؤسسات، دولة في جيش قومي منظم بالدستور، في أجهزة بتاعت أمن بيحترم الدستور وبيحترم اللوائح، في برلمان، في مؤسسات، ما أظن إنه كان راجل ولا مرأة،
صوت
كان راجل
كان فوق ايكوين كده.
ها؟
الصوت كان فوق ايكو كده. Yeah, that's what they're saying here. Okay, thank you, brother Michael.
Now, is it still echoing?
Now it's better now. I
Okay,
can hear it clear.
I don't know. إذا كان الرئيس راجل ولا مرأة it doesn't matter، لأنه الرئيس ده هو يوم قاعد في رأس الدبابات كلها في الدولة ولا ماسك الأسلحة كله كانوا راجل he will be able to control them. اوكي لو إذا ضباط بتاع الجيش they plan properly عايزين يعملوا انقلاب، ما انقلابات ده كله قاعد يحصل الرؤساء رجال، حصل عبود، حصل نميري، حصل whoever you name them ديل ناس رجال. اوكي سو ما في منطق على اساس انه الا انه احنا لسه we are in that box بتاعت انه we overlook مرة، بانه مرة كيف انه we will not allow على اساس انه مرة يبقى رئيس في راسي الا يكون عندنا العقلية ده. اوكي وده بيكون اجحاف في حق بتاعت اخواتي، في حق بتاعت my generation على اساس انه I look at my sister on the other side of the aisle they are not qualified على اساس انه to read. ده مفهوم خاطئ جدا جدا. ايضا ده بيكون في كاف حق بتاع بناتنا. اوكي سو مساله انه المراه ممكن انه يعملوا انقلاب ممكن انه يعملوا له اي زول. ما ايضا let me take you back وده كلام انا قلته المره اللي فات. قديما موضوع انه حكومه بتاع السودان ما حصل فيه مره رئيس وزراء ولا مره رئيسه ولا اي حاجه. I don't think نموذج بتاع الحكم في السودان ده نموذج رشيد، ده نموذج انه we can look at it على اساس انه this is a great example that we can follow period. There is nothing there, and because it is a corrupt system, okay, that is why we fought and we decide to declare our country to have independent country. لأنه Sudan will never be نموذج بتاعت الحكم الرشيد. انت ممكن انه تبص لدول بتاعت ديمقراطيات اخرى، اخذ فرنسا، اخذ امريكا، اخذ كندا، اخذ استراليا and so forth، لكن تكلمني عن السودان no scrap it. اوكي ما في اي حاجه في السودان كويس انه we can follow it, although the Sudanese are doing much better than our people in جنوب السودان. So therefore احنا محتاجين على اساس انه لو اذا في الدول احنا بنحترم دستور، في جيش قومي ليس جيش قبلي، جهاز امن قومي ليس جهاز امن لانه فيه قبيله واحد بس، قوات الشرطه قومي وما شابه ذلك، الاجهزه بتاع الدوله وفي مؤسسات بتاعت الدوله دوله قانون. افتكر انه ما بيكون في اي صعوبه، تعلم انه هذا الشخص مؤهل مرة ولا راجل ما أظن إنه بيكون فيه أي مشكلة. ده هو وجهة نظري 100%. يفتكر إنه مسألة مرة يقدر يعملوا انقلاب بتانيون ده فكرة بطال جدا جدا برجعنا للأصول الهجرية. I will yell it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Kukuyu. Now we go back 4 minutes to our uncle Santino. Now, you mentioned with them Abud, وزمن نميري وزمن الحكم الكله ما في مرة ado higher position. ما تنسى إنه السودان الدول الإسلامية. So المسلمين they will not allow women to have a higher position. ولو طبقوا الشريعة الإسلامية ده برضه maybe واحد من الشروط بيمنع إنه مرة يكون عنده high position. فنيسن شفنا في السعودية ما في قطر في الدول العربية دي كله. You know. Go ahead, brother. You have your 4 minutes. If you have something different you want to say, تفضل.
Okay. إذا نزلنا للدول العربية فالجنوب ليس من الدول العربية. المسلمين كتدق للقرآن عشان يكتي حق المرأة. أوكي. وما دي سوريا. إنما شغالين عن طريق الشريعة الإسلامية. أوكي. عشان يحيد حق بتاع المرأة. إذا جينا أخ كوركوجي أنت هترجع في الكلام ده لأن اللي الجنوب له وقت الآن ما بريد المرأة عشان يكون رئيس. واي لأن الجنوب نحن الجنوبيين بصفة العامة خدنا العنصرية في دمونا. أنا العنصرية ما بدي حاجة الزول عشان يجي ليه؟ إذا الفيميل جاي مثلا في ويسن إكواتوريا ويسن بار الغزال وما جاي بطريقة انتخابات do you think هيمشي؟ well ما يمشي. إذا جاي من النوير ما يمشي. إذا جاي من الدينكا ما يمشي. نفس سوابق لقى الرئيس ده هيلقاه قدام. فشيء أنا بقدر على زمن أنا دقيقة كركوجة أنا بتكلم كصفتي رؤية العامة أنا شفتها في الجنوب وقت الحالي. نحن المثقفين الشيء كان نحن نوجه له نمشي بالطريقة بتاع شنو نحارب حاجة اسم قبلية أولا. نحارب حاجة اسم القتال يكون في روح المحبة وروح الوطنية من صف الشباب. وبعدين الرئيس البجي بطريقة الحزبي بيحكم بالحرية because بمشي أي مال مرتاح. ده الكلام أنا بقول إن في وقت أنا ما ظالم حق بتاع المرأة no ما قصير كده.
Okay, انتهت؟
Yes.
Hello? انتهينا كونستانتينو؟
Yep.
Okay. Now we have female. نشوف ناس 50% 50% ولا 60%. Tell us, Sister Amel, good to see you.
Me too.
All right. What do you have for us?
Yeah, you know, and I was just driving and I came and I was listening. Yeah, I'm about to go to work, but I just have to put something. A topic is very clear, but I think we are getting out of the topic, and that's why I want to put whatever I could put. عشان نخش في التوبيك. You know, إحنا قلنا المرة اللي فاتت المرأة عندها قدرات. والمرأة she can lead. But yes, there's a time and season في life بتاعنا. Sometimes you could go through limitation and you think that it's the devil who put you through limitation. No, God ممكن يحطنا في limitation too. Because if that season بتاعنا ما جاء already, we are not gonna be there. That's why they said, let the will of God be done. You know, God in the will hago. Or principle hago. We do rules hago. You know, everywhere there is a rules. Hatta God. Obedience is something that if we don't obey God, we cannot. You cannot be blessed because the blessing will come through us. Either you obey your parents or you obey God Himself. Even Yeshua himself, who can under a closed heaven for how many years? After it became his 32, that's when the heaven opened for him. So there is a like he have to go to walk through all this thing. And we thought he was a son of God, a child of God, but he have to walk through this thing. And he was not yet a season. The season haguja. That's why naman mashamalo naman hata actually James John but the Baptist and Yamileo to baptize him James Galeola inter is Gam Galeola lekin that's the time hata Rabbanah spoke. Yeah, this is my beloved son. This is my beloved son. Rabbanah hinak la anda zaman da kulu. So for that 32 years, who was Jesus? Makan janabta Rabbanah. Why at that time God يعني لما الهولي سبيريت نزل عليه والحاجات ده حصل why that time God يعني God عمل قال حاجات very strong. This is my beloved son. So there is a reason and season يعني في season لأي زول. That's why هنا life بتاعنا ما permanent. There is nothing permanent in في الدنيا ده حتى إحنا our life is not permanent. There's a time for you have to go through the pain. There's a time you will get through marriage. There's a time you had mood. So that means there's nothing permanent in this life. Hatta even being, you can't grant your own life. You know, for those of the thing that's why actually Hatta Lil Mara to lead, we are talking about the whole world. How many women whom are the lead for the whole world? You are talking about the third world, Africa, third world. Mama, no, women cannot lead. Fi hajat hinak deeply, if we don't clean it off, we cannot do it.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to be honest. Look at Obama, who قدر يكون رئيس أول black, but within that period and who bigger government, he signed a gay. Is it that was not his will, but the rules, regulations was above him. He have to do it. Otherwise, and then we will go back and go, Rais da amal kida, Rais amal ka, but we don't know what in there unless you be in that shoes. If you cannot be in somebody's shoes, you can talk anyhow. But when you're gonna be in that person's shoes, you will know. And Obama namantala gal ya jama gal furul above me, above everybody that we have to follow. Look at Nelson Mandela. He fought to the point who kaman ama divorce le maratu. Lakini man hu talao hato where have hato when and who was he was under somebody who was who can't fear to hit her. Who can under camera or hajat deal. Fi hajat he couldn't do it. Hatta nasa South Africa, they've been home bigger disappointed now because they thought in who after hajat amalo dekulu he couldn't do the right thing. Lakin fi hajat hinak, if we don't really open our eyes, we cannot get out of it. Why we accept to be the third world? Who give us the name of the third world? And between the third world and the first world, figure kabir. What the qualification? That if they be good the third world, Rabban Amal only one world. God created only one world. But human being, as we say, they like to dominate. And who is dominant? The whole world. I don't want your Facebook to be cut off because I don't want to go deeply. But this is the truth, So the truth is the truth. If we don't, our government of all Africa, the whole African, why they've been fighting all this year? Why? There is a reason behind it. And if we don't clean off our table or our plate bitana, we are not going anywhere. In a good cycle that. Self-care, we have to be so grateful to this guy. Sometimes you can be failed by nothing around you. Your own wife can fail you. Your own husband can fail you. My first relationship was failed by a man. He was my man, and I thought he was my man. I thought he was gonna be everything in my life. But when I realized that he was failing me, and I'm not going anywhere, I removed myself. when I remove myself, I'm here right now. And I can give a testimony. When I ask for where is my next journey, I know where I'm going to be. Because I know where I'm distant to be. Like in another, how can fail you. The guy did, like, no matter how in Hanamshi, we are not going to find somebody like Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir, he wasn't there accidentally. It was a will of God. Yes, for the season. وسيزن حقه لو ما انتهى ما حيطلع, not because who is the best president, but there is a purpose, there is a rule that he have to play. كان ما عمل حاجة ده لو ما ينتهي ما حينتهي. He is the only man that can bring peace لنا. خليك من الحاجات الكتير ده. وهو قالوا الناس اللي جيتوا ناس بياكلوا بس والناس اللي هم, the guy even himself dissolved the whole government. ما نفع. He did everything possibly. Another but alone there, because I mean the corruption is too much. It will be out of your control. If you control it, I mean you will choose peace or to let go of your hajat katir, you let go and take the peace. Finas fi Sudan, and we're talking about they betray Sudan. Arok, one of them, he betrayed the South Sudan. Nasser Katir Amal betray. And that's the problem. If you betray Al-Watan Haggard, don't tell me that you could come back and lead or do something. Anna, you are ready to betray for your own interest. You show us that you are a man of interest. So Al-Wataniya da ma haja sahel. Wataniya da haja fi damu fi galibna. Lo inta man da Al-Wataniya, you can't be that even president. Even though you get a chance to be president, you can't be that unless you have that thing within you, inside you. And you have to be guided by
Asod?
We can hear you.
She muted herself.
Yeah. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me? Because
Yeah.
somebody was calling me. ففي حاجات كتيرة, we have to be, at least let us be grateful for the country. في ناس has, okay, Susanna Jambo, she was part of them. She was part of the government. Why she couldn't stop that Al-Amal government? She was there. But when she get out, she start, Nasser Katira, they came out, they start talking about the government. They were there. If you wanna play a role in Nadif, don't put yourself in a mess. Lana, you cannot do it. Wait for your time. Ashan to play a role and to do the best thing to Zaman Haggard. I tell him to Zaman Haggard. If you are patient, you will do it. Like in the Loma patient, you will miss a lot of things. I know Susanna Jambo Shaksiyan. We've been in school. I know her Shaksiyan. And I'm not against her. She could be a president. Like in anybody, Anna Shaksiyan, I zol fi hukuma bita Sudan da kan biga fi hukuma o galay hayirja ashan yakun raisi wala ay haja tani, I will deny them. And they took us to the mess. All of them. And they are people of interest. They are not really people of interest of the country. They are interests of their own individual. They are interests of position Hagun. Nothing more than that. And I can challenge them. And what they did, nothing. They couldn't do anything. They make a change within their life. If they did it for themselves. But what they did for the community, what they did for the country, zero. And such a people, we cannot take them anywhere. I'm going to work, so I will get out and I will listen to you guys because I have to be at work by 8.
Okay.
Anybody who want to say something can say it after me. I will listen to you guys.
So you want us to ask
But I'm not denying that women cannot be a president. We could lead better than men. Like it's not yet time, Betana. I'll get whatever there is a mess. In Hatoki, are you gonna be able to clean the mess, or you're gonna to perform the duty Haggard? You have to clean, and that is a delay. Then by the time that you delay everything,
before Amel could take off, I know she's going to work.
Okay.
Just let me say this while she's here. Amel, no disrespect, sister. I think it is an insult to people of South Sudan when you say we have to be grateful to Salva Kiir. To be grateful to Salva Kiir for what? Salva Kiir killed people. Salva Kiir strive people. Salva Kiir nahab gurush bita balad. Okay? How many times?
Guys.
No, just a moment. Just a moment. No.
No. We don't want to do it that way.
Leave it. Let it down.
No. Guys, this is not a political platform. So we're not going to go that. We are talking about is it possible for a woman to be a president? This is it. But talking about President Kiir, talking about Riek Machar, talking about this, they can do it in other platforms, but not here. If you want to clarify something, that's fine. But we could like to go and accuse who did this, who did that, we are all human, right? So when we talk about the presidency, then yes, we can let all these out, you know. But the topic is about, is it possible for a woman to be a president? I've seen a couple comments here, Begulino, Amel, you're a government supporter, you support your Kiir supporter,
I'm not
and then
supporting anybody.
there's a lot of, but that's why we have to be careful.
Yeah,
This
I'm
thing
not
will
a
turn to
supporter of
something else later
everybody,
on.
my brother. And you know that last time I gave James Hall his right. I give people right when it's the time for me. This is my opinion. James Hall, I give him his right that time. Like I told anybody right. That's why I don't talk about politics. Because if I talk about politics, people are going to take me differently. So I don't like to talk about politics. I talk about how within community that we could benefit our community, because this is what we need. If we go politics idea fi mahal tani, and we are not going to
because of
be,
your time,
we're going to be against each
it.
other. I don't want to be against nobody, but I
Okay,
don't.
because of your time,
في كلام
maybe
بسيط
you can
في كلام
clarify what
بسيط
you
انا
want to
داير
say.
اقول
But let's not bring our presidents into this. But if you want to
اوكي في
clarify
كلام
something,
بسيط انا داير
go
اقول
ahead.
في كلام بسيط انا داير اقول
خلاص, we'll go to you, uncle.
نحن شباب يس
Let's
نحن
finish with
شباب
Kukuyu and then we'll go back to you. Lana Amel is leaving.
اوكي
Go ahead, Kukuyu. If you want to clarify something, go ahead.
We have to stick to the topic. There is other platform. I will talk about politics, because a lot of people are hurting in our country, and the country is failing because of lack of leadership. There is nothing there. So let us open the way to other people to lead this country, and they will do much, much better than Salva Kiir, whether it is a man or a woman. I will go back to your topic. Let us leave Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir fail and continue to fail. There is nothing good about him. This is my opinion, and I will stick to it.
Okay. Uncle Santino, you want to say something to Amel before she goes?
Yes. في كلام أنا نستزيد في الكلام ده. لأن شباب لأن عملنا مشكلة لبلدنا جنوب السودان. ليه أنا بقول كده؟ أنا في إسرائيل أنا ما مشيت عندي كم 20 years ولا 15 10 years in Australia. أنا ما مشيت الجنوب. بندور على وضع في الجنوب بسمعوا. نحن ما نقدمه ولا شفر إذا ما شلنا الأشياء ما شلناهم مننا برا. example إذا الليلة أنت بتقول قال الرئيس جاء مثلا من ويسن إكواتوريا ونحن اللفظ نحن بنقول قال ده الرئيس بتاع إكواتوريا أو واحد جاي من النوير نحن نقول ده بتاع النوير. مفروض نحن نشيل الكلام ده برا. إذا دارين نحن نكون واحد وشباب يكون رؤية جديد نشيله برا. ده واحد. نمبر 2 في جزء ما سامع من الدينكا في حكومة بتاع كير. اوكي ما الدينكا كله حكومة الآن حاليا ده ما حكومة بتاع الدينكا، ده حكومة بتاع جنوب السودان وفي قبائل كله. نحن نزور لإذا في الكير مثلا هل الناس اللي عولوا ده شكلهم شنو في الجنوب؟ ما يكون بالدور عشان إن ذاته يحيي الدور يشوفوا إن الزول إن يكون ممكن يكون في كده هناك عشان يمثل جنوب السودان. مثال ده يعني إذا شفنا دول مرموز عشان يقدم الجنوب.
Okay, Uncle Santino. Before I give a minute,
نجيب الرؤية الجديد ونشيل القبلية ونشيل الجهوية مننا ونحن نشوف الشيء اللي بوهدنا عشان إذا دار يكون في شيء يجي للجنوب يكون أولاد الجنوب ما يكون من أولاد دينكا ولا النوير ولا إكواتوريا ولا قال. السودان الجنوب يتقدم.
Uncle Santino.
أي جو نشيل السياسات الكيتيات ما ينفع في الدولة. سياسيات الكيتيات ما كويس. أنا زعلي لك كركوجي عامل كاب. أنا أجيب في السوشيال ميديا نقول لك كركوجي تكاب. No. أجيب another way عشان إنه كركوجي ذاته يكون أكوي. ما يكون ما نشوف عدو بتاعي.
تعرف Uncle Santino, and this is our problem. يعني في الجنوبين. Amel mentioned something earlier. قال كير طلع الوزراء كله. And he brought in a new government. We still have the same issue. So now لو قاعد نركز في إنه Kid is a problem, Reg is a problem, we will never go anywhere, you know. But let's look for the root cause. How can we, like you mentioned earlier, Uncle Santino, how can we unite the whole 64 tribe? بعد كده نجيب female to be our president.
خلينا أضيف حاجة.
This is the goal, right?
خلينا أضيف حاجة موضوع كير شال وزراء كله. أوكي. كير شال وزراء كله فاشلين. بما فيه ناس دينغالور ناس نيال دين وجمادل عليك الله انت نويراوي قول لي بحق توتكي وقاعد يعمل شنو احسن من وزراء بتاع جنوب السودان كله and Kir is keeping him. What he's doing to our people. You are a Nuer guy. Can you tell me?
Exactly. That's a good question. If we have a constitution that favors one person, then we don't have any power to say something. I know people back home, they are watching and they know what's going on and they choose to keep quiet, right? So there's nothing we can do about it. Unless if we have a permanent constitution that will apply to everybody will have an equal right? لكن لما نقول all the powers يكون into presidents يطلع زول زي ما هو عاوز يدخل زول زي ما هو عاوز, then we have to accept this is the reality. There's nothing we can do about it, right? Unless if we all come together as Junubin, let's say we're going to have a permanent constitution that will apply to everyone. President will not have all the rights. If you want to, you have to go through the Congress or Parliament. Then we will be fine. Like لما يكون powerless under him, like we see now, you know, breaking news. There's nothing we can do. We have to accept the fact that this is the reality. You see, that's why sometimes if we can accuse ourselves, we can talk about it, we can be angry about it, but in the end, are we going to benefit anything? No. In the end, he is the one going to have a final decision. He's the one going to say, he's the one going to have final say. You know, عشان كده sometimes those kind of stuff, they are really sensitive to talk about it or to express your feelings. We can fight over it, we can argue over it, like in the end, he's the one going to make the final decision, you know? So who's going to be loser here? It's us. And having a victim. Yes, we can talk until morning, but is it going to change? That's a problem. You know? عشان كده we have to take it easy. We have to take it very easy for our sake and for to keep our relationship very close and friendship يكون برضه قوي. لأنه لو بدينا نعمل attack كده, guess what? Tomorrow I will do that. Karkuji Bika Khalas, he hates Salva Kiir. Amel is for president. Uncle
God forbid. I'm for West Africa and Africa in Union. God forbid.
That's why we have to be. Let's take it easy. I mean, politics is very sensitive. Come on, it's not easy to be a politician. It's not easy. That's why I choose to just watch, not to see what's going on. Amel, you mentioned something. You know, Kiir is the only person that can bring us together and can unite us together, right? For somebody to be a president,
I said
elected
Kiir
by
is the
God?
only person who will bring peace. I talk about peace, not to unite it together. I said he will bring the peace. He is a man of peace, and he is the one who will bring the peace. Yes, not together, because together he nafi hajat katir that cannot happen. But I know the peace, the man of peace will bring the peace. The man of war will bring the war. The man of terrible will bring the terrible. Like in Khalina nagul haja shana
Let me add one thing, then I'll let you talk. in order for someone to be a president, ربنا يا بديك الجيفت ده تكون president ولا people يا بتشوز انه تكون for this person to be a president? Is it a choice by God or by people?
There is two things. When you have that grace on your life, when you have that grace in you, you're gonna be a president. When it is already in your destiny that this is part of your journey, that you're gonna play that role, it will happen. And if like Atalo Rajata Fi, somebody prophesied for America in Fi Black one Black America will be a president of this country for America. She was a lady from Europe. And when God went to manifest Al Hajjada, God, the spirit will go around, looking. That's why they said when they were looking for a virgin, they were just looking for a virgin, not Mary, a virgin. But because Mary, she was ready, عشان يقبل الويل بتاع God to done through her, God will manifest it through her. So the spirit will be running around to look for that person. And if you are going to be that person and you are ready to manifest the will of God through you, God will use you when it is the will of God. And yes. Everything is the will of God. If God say you're going to fail your exam, you will fail. If God say you're going to be this is true. So anybody who doesn't believe that, it is something, anybody, they have the right to believe what they believe. I believe in what I believe, and I know what I achieve through God, and I know what I'm going to achieve through God. Those things is in my belief, and I know what I could do through God. The power of God.
So that means our president was chosen by God.
Because if I don't want to talk deeply, John Garang he knows that he was going to be the first president for South Sudan. Nobody knows that it's not going to be John Garang. John Garang himself was 100% confident in who I couldn't our Rais Junub Sudan. Lakina, I told you, go back to the prophecy that Domlan as SPLM. They saw a lot of prophecy, and they told them a lot of things. So من ضمن الحاجات what it came to pass. قالوا لجون انت ما هتكون رئيس لكن انت هتطلع البلد, and it came to pass. قالوا Selfa, you will be a president. It came to pass. So everything will come to pass. It is the will of God. It is not the will of human being. The will of human being will never come to pass.
Okay.
The will of God will come to pass.
Last question, Amel. You said President Salva Kiir is a man of peace. So that means we have peace now in our country.
The peace I'm talking about, you cannot see it unless you are really spiritually. The peace I'm talking about, you cannot see it. And if not, why he put them back? If he really is not a man of peace, why he have to put everybody back? And everybody was fighting for the position, nothing more than that. And they came back and they overtook the position. So this is me like, he's really a man of peace. He just want to make peace. You will let go of too many things. Because you will let everybody do what they want to do. You just want that peace to happen. You are looking for the price of the peace, not the price of interest of Bagi Jama deal. For Israel to price Hagu, that's why everybody will go back to Bush and come back and take the position. Even in Amil John Korlo, their position for South Sudan Halian, I people doesn't know who my dad, but I could go and claim about my dad and go to Bush and fight. And I'm gonna support Hagi, and I will live under their position. Like in my dad himself, he didn't take anything except in who are there at peace le beledu, who there beledu you couldn't beledu. That's all. And he died. Mashin na had min Salva Kiir wa min Juno Sudan. Abu defana ihna be gurushna. Ma defana wal mashin na had min hukumat Juno Sudan, and we are not willing because this is not our agenda. This is not our can't have the we are looking for. My dad was looking for.
Now we have top position for South Sudan females. Mama Rebecca Nyandeng as the vice president. Mama Angelina, Mara Rek Machar as a defense minister. Hey, do you think a woman so bitakum شغال في جنوب السودان ولا ما؟
المشكلة ما في الصوت، المشكلة في الأكشن. الصوت الصوت في في a lot of الحكومة بتاع جنوب السودان أو بتاع أفريقيا a lot of صوت will come through الconnection. ما بيجي بإرادة ده إرادة حقهم. Anybody in that position ده إرادة حقهم. ده إرادة حقهم إن هم they want to be there. لأن لو كان ده إرادة بتاع الناس they should do what the best for the ناس. أنا شخصيا لو أنا راجل رئيس أو وزير أو I will know how to talk to my husband. I will know how to stop him. I will know what to do for him to do the right thing. But if my husband is going out of control, that means me too. يعني I agree with that. لأن هم قالوا ولا كل رجل عظيم امرأة عظيمة. So and you, I mean, لازم يكون في agreement between a husband and wife. لو agreement will be against the country وحاجات كتيرة زي ده, that mean that marriage that I don't see it as a marriage. لأن المارج يكون لازم يكون في understanding واتفاقية. إن نساوينا في الحكومة ديل they're supposed to يتكلموا مع رجالهم عشان البلد يكون ماشي كويس. الرول في إيدهم ما في إيد رجالهم. الرول في إيدهم لأنهم ممكن يأثروا في رجالهم. لو أنت بتقدر تأثر في راجلك يصفرك ويعمل لك بيت يعمل لك كل شيء, أنت ممكن تأثر في راجلك تقول له hey don't forget your role. ما تطلع من الشارع. الظل ده كله ماشي طويل والظل ده لما انت if you follow الظل ده بنمشي لبيس والحاجه اللي احنا دايرين لوطننا. At the end of the day, what go around come around. What you are sowing, that what you're gonna reap. So the history will never forgive us, and we cannot manipulate the history. So if you want to make a great history, you will make it. If you want to make a bad history, will remain a history. And don't forget that history will follow your great grandkids. And this is what people don't understand. You have to choose two things.
Now you have Angelina and you have Riek Machar. Who's going to advise who? And they both are at the top position for the country. And then I'll give it to Brother Kurkuju after that. Yeah.
لو هم طبعا هم الاثنين في top position, but what put them in that top position? What was the interest? What was the يعني الرول الpurpose حقهم هناك? Is it was للcountry حقهم للناس حقهم ولا their own interest? And who is on the top of the other? The vice president is the top on the top, right? يعني فهي she have to listen to her husband, but as a husband too, you have to listen to your wife. لأن both of us we're playing the same role for the same country that we are looking for the country to be to get the best from us, and it's opportunity. Today is opportunity. Yesterday it was a history. Tomorrow is a mystery. So today's opportunity, if you don't use your opportunity wise, you will be out of it, and you can't go back to fix it. So it is up to them for them to see what is the best that they could do, because they do have the opportunity now to do the best for that country and to fix their history. Because the history of yesterday is gone. It became a history. But the history of today is not yet. You still have a chance to fix that.
Thank you. Brother Kurkuju?
Before he talk, let me say one thing. Last week, Ana Gulta, I don't like to call people names. So Ana Gulta Rujal and Huma is stupid. I just want to apologize because that's not me. I don't call people names. What I used to mean like Huma, they are not smart enough. That's what I mean. So any rajil, indi awlad indi akhwan indi rajil akhwan, so I don't want to call them name. And I don't call people names. So that's not really me.
So if somebody not smart enough, that's what it means, stupid, right? It's the same meaning, right?
No. It's the two different things. So let them go and Google it. That's not that's not my
Oh man. Okay, go ahead.
Google is not like that. You say it.
Okay.
What I want to say, the same God will allow somebody to lead so that to punish his nation through that leadership. And especially a bad leadership brings curse to the nation. And that is why we have been punished under Salva Kiir. And also the same Bible that we are talking about, we have seen during the time of King David, God says to David, you will never build the temple because there is so many wars you will continue to fight, but your son Solomon is the one going to build the temple. Although David is loved by God, his relationship is way too personal and everything. So that doesn't mean that every leader that is leading a country, it is God's choice for a good purpose. Salva Kiir is a curse to people of Republic of South Sudan, and we will suffer under Salva Kiir till somebody else, God will bless him with the new mandate, with the blessing so that to lead our country to bring peace and harmony. There is no peace in our country at this moment. That is why women are suffering, children are on the street, widows, nobody's looking after them, tribe against tribe, clan against clan, including the president clan fighting the first lady family. So what kind of leadership is that? لو إذا الراجل مع مرة بتاعه okay بيحاربوا القبيلة وعشيرة, they fight each other. Is it God plan على أساس إنه to bring such curse? No, it is not. So also I want to say this, God, we cannot claim that we understand all God plan. So let it be accordingly to his will. But as a people, we have to continue to help ourselves. We have to strive. We want to improve the situation in our country. That is why we are conducting those conversations, to bring the gaps, to bridge, to re-stitch this social fabric that been destroyed by demagoguing of key regime in Republic of South Sudan. ده مسؤوليتنا. عايزين نشتغل على اساس ان احنا البرا هنا ما انا كرشاوي انت نويراوي اول امل دنكاويه Santino هناك is a Dinka guy, and so many people from Equatoria, they will join us. But we want to build a new South Sudan that will accommodate all of us. There is no superiority to a specific group. Also, let me say this, please. When somebody from my tribe is doing something wrong, okay, I don't have to support them blindly or emotionally. I have to admit that they fail. I have to admit that they are not going in the right direction. By doing so, will allow other people will respect me. If I am the one criticizing Rizik Zakaria, for example, Rizik Zakaria is my nephew, okay? Rizik did bad to my people in Wow. I continue to criticize him. Now, other people, the Dinka of Marialbai, the Luo, the other Friti, they will look at him, look at me, If Grikuju is the one criticizing his nephew, then he's on the right side. But I don't have just to support, for example, Rizik Zakaria blindly because Rizik is a crash guy or a buyer guy. I will stop here. I hope we will go back to our topic.
Cool. Uncle Santino, Brother Santino, go ahead, and then I'll give it to Ahmed to answer this.
No, let me answer it because I'm going to work.
دقيقة أمل أشكر الله بكثير. Look, guy, ربنا إذا جابك في الدنيا ده وجابك بكون حاجة ملموس عداك في دمك. انت جاي تقدم لhuman being. لو جينا للعكس كوركوجو انا ما بقدر ادناي كلام قالوا عمال. ربنا اذا كتب في إرادة كتب في دمك انه انت هتمشي تكون رئيس او تكون وزير او تكون يالاتي او تكون هنا، انت تقدر تجي تقدمه. لو كملت دمنك هتمشي. اوكي كير ما بربنا كتبوا في دمه هيجي قدم شعب الجنوب whether by wrong way or by good way or failed by people ما بربنا كتبوا له. ما بهمنا داك البهمنا نحن الوطنية المحبة. ممكن عشان نحن نعمل preparation الزول الجاية هيكون عندنا ثقة وعندنا وحدة وعندنا محبة وعندنا اللطف. عند الزول يكون يشوف الزول تاني كالحقوق. ممكن كوركوجيا يجي رئيس example هو بيعمل ده أنا بقدر بيعمل له. أنا ما ممكن أقتنع به because من كريشاوي. هل الفهم ده إذا ربنا كتوه أراد وكتوه في كشمي هيكون كويس معي؟ ما هيكون كويس. نحن الجنوبيين بالقبائلنا المفروض نعرف حاجة اسم البجيب البكلك الفتنة بيناتنا نشيله برا، ونجيب الرؤية وكلمات اللطف البقدر بجمانا. أنا ممكن دولار رجال لو جاي بكرة يكون رئيس، أنا برشاو كلام ماله بيعمله، وجاي بيجي بقدم للشعب الجنوب أنا برشاو. إذا أنا شفت ما ميزات بتاعهم ما بقدر هنا بقول الجنوب، أنا بقول نو، أنا بفصل لده. فنحن واحد. إذا كان نحن نمثل الجنوب نشيل حاجة اسم دينكا برا، إكواتوريا برا، إكواتوريا برا من كشمنا، نويراوي برا من كشمنا، نلم في واحد والجنوب أبناء الجنوب. الرؤية المستقبل بقودنا للقدام. الرئيس الأول ده بيكون تجربة، والرئيس الباقي تاني هيجي يزيد التو بتاعه، والرئيس الثالث هيجي يزيد التو بتاعه حتى يجي نكمل الدورة بتاع العناية البرلمان. لكن إذا مشينا في الأول ده نعمل له عقدة نكرتزايدم، هل الرئيس الباقي بعده ده هيجي يقعد سليم؟ ما يقعد سليم. نشيله ده برا من روسنا ونلم في واحد. الدور بتاع الزول ده لو كعب نشوف الرئيس الثاني الباقي ده ممكن هيكون أحسن من الثاني، هيتعلم من الرئيس الأول، ولسه ما يسيب الرئيس الأول هيمشي له ويشيل معلومات منه. النظام ما يمشي زي ده. نحارب القبلية، نحارب الطائفية بيناتنا. شكرا.
Okay, man. Your turn.
And the topic it changed completely. I'm so sorry about that. But brother Kurukuju, you say something great. Ita gulta Rabana Gali David ita mahad kun you're gonna be a man of war. Lakin Suleiman Biji and B will play the other role. Ita you answered yourself by yourself. So that's the purpose of the David was just to you could man of war. Urabana Amal confirmation leu inter you'll be the man of war. So God himself confirmed to him that okay, this is your purpose. Everybody have purpose. We may think that purpose was a bad thing, but
brother, I'm coming.
Okay.
God, the one who gave him
Okay.
the purpose, he know that why that purpose is there. That's why they said we cannot judge, and that's what they say. Mafi haja mafi for Bible. Anything is there, you know. For David was there just ishani shakel. The same thing. Sulfur is there only for purpose. When a purpose hago intehi, he will get out whether he like it or not. But you answered that by yourself. Hajal anadera gulu. The second thing, and then I want to do it. I don't like to talk about politics. I don't like people to take me wrong. We cannot judge. God said we cannot judge because we don't know the root of a cause bital mashakil bital zol. Sometimes, all the time, bital gazol that very alcoholic, and I'm gonna conclude I will conclude that this guy is alcoholic. This is what I'm seeing. But I don't know the root cause, the root cause that put him to be alcoholic. So I'm putting a conclusion. But who I am to put a conclusion? That's why God said we cannot judge. You cannot judge because you don't know the root cause bita flan and flan and flan. But at least if you know the purpose bita azol, let's support the purpose. It's a good rizik with amak. أنا شخصيا أنا ميل ما بتاع قبلية. And I will never be بتاع قبلية. I will never, because what do you know why? I have fear of God. I don't have fear of human being. I have fear of God. I fear my God, and I make up my mind. عشان أمشي بطريق ربنا مش بطريق بتاع human being. So whatever human beings say, it is up to them. Everybody entitled to their opinion. I say the opinion hago. You're entitled for your opinion, and you know the reason into why this is your opinion. You know we have different reasons. So the reason haga. This is the reason and into shaifu. And I have different reasons. Oh, there is an shaifu. So we're gonna be different for reasons bitana at the end of the day. So that's why everybody is entitled to their own opinions. We agree to disagree, and we agree to disagree to agree. Everybody will support. Inta hajib approve hagak ana hajib. No, we don't need all these things. This haja dama. It's not about self. It's not about University Sudan. It's not about. It's about the woman. Can the woman lead? Can we give a woman a chance? I want to go to for the whole world. Why even for America? Why America rafat in Maya to Helen Clinton? She was qualified. But because of some reason, rafat to Helen Clinton to Azol that of in the high Azol Dr. Law because they couldn't even give him 8 years. They took him off. Because there is a reason behind it. For it is not time for women عشان يكون هم رؤساء. But في زمن حقهم. زمن لما يكون خلاص السنية بقى نظيف ما في أي وثائق هناك. لما المرة تجي she will come and play the role. She's not gonna be taking a time to clean. You cannot going that. If they gave me 2 houses, one house is very dirty and the other house is clean, I will choose the clean house. I'm not gonna choose the dirty house because it's gonna take me time to clean. And if the time is not enough to clean, that means my time is I'm supposed to be cleaning, and I can't do what I'm not gonna see the beauty of that house. I can't play any role. Like if I choose the clean house, then I will just go into what I want to do. This is my opinion. Thank you so much for everybody. I really Nasawan Bitana, I know there's a time for everybody. Let us be patient. That's why it took Egypt and Muslim in Egypt, that it took them 40 years because of disobedience. When we disobeyed God, God cannot manifest, cannot bless us the way he wanted, because come on, we are not obeying God. There is a principle everywhere. There is a rule everywhere. Hatta Rabban the rules hago. Hatta Jesus himself, he obeyed his father. For disobedience, they had a kabir jiddan. Although it will do a delay, and it will take us 40 years as it take a Jamadil, honey or milk, but it took them 40 years because they didn't obey God. This is how I look at it. I always like to obey my God, and I always like to follow the rule of God. And I will never support a wrong person. But everybody have الحاجات اللي انت بتشوفه. انا ما بشوف الحاجه الكعب فيك واخلي الحاجه الحلوه اللي انت عملته. الحاجه الحلوه اللي انت عملته I'm gonna consider that more than the one mistake that you did or the 2 mistakes. لان انت عملت حاجات كتير. Salva in his life never betray a جنوب السودان. الباقي how many people في SPLM they betray SPLM or they betray جنوب السودان. Lekin Salva himself never, and he will never betray al-Arab Tajin Sudan. That's why God chose him. There is a hajat qualification. You cannot be qualified just like that. There's a qualification. But for hajat, the Rabbani choose, he will see our heart. I don't know your heart. You don't know my heart, but you know my face. You know how I look like. It's only God know our heart. It's only God know the plan that we have in our heart. It's only God is the way out for us. That's why God have his own will, and he know what to do. But we human beings, we don't know how to do. We cannot be, and if you don't be in that person choose, you will judge and judge. You never be in that person choose. And if you could be in that person shoes, you will know what to do. You've been there already. As me being a single mother for many years, if somebody came and talk about single mother, I would tell them no. I know what I've been through. So if somebody gonna judge another single mother, I'm not gonna allow them. Lana, I know. I've been in her shoes. I never been in the shoes of the president, so I can't talk about him or what. But I could see what I could see and say what I could say. Well, I really love everybody from my heart. It's not from my tongue or a word, but it's action and the truth. My love to everybody is like action and truth. It's not just from my tongue or my word. So everybody have a good evening. I already lost my 30 minutes. I need to run to make some money because I need to take care of my 2 boys. I want to
30 seconds only to Sister Amel before she go, please. 30 seconds. May I?
Okay. I could hear it. I don't need to be there, do I?
That is fine. Let me say this. Amel, I want you to think about it from this perspective.
Manyan Kai.
My people in Western Bahr el Ghazal, they suffer a big deal. The Fertit, they suffer a big deal under Kir leadership. Nuer were being killed in thousands in Juba. Equatorians are suffering a big deal under Kir leadership. Okay? Shuluk are upset with Kir leadership. This is a problem in South Sudan. Those are facts. Those are not an opinion. Okay? I am wondering why you, my sister Amel and brother Santino Dane, you don't want to admit it, that there is something wrong in our country under Kir leadership. I want you to think about it. Don't answer because your time is up. Just I want you to go with this idea. Can you come and condemn government of Salva Kiir, holding him accountable under his leadership? Nuer were being killed. People of Western Bahr el Ghazal are not happy. The Equatorian are not happy. Shulu are not happy. Can you think about it? And that will put us in a different perspective, will allow us to come in to start talking as Junubin. But as long as we keep denying Al Assassinu, Kiir is doing good for the country, that is hard. Thank you.
Well, it's okay. You know, everybody in the right. Sorry, I'm leaving. Everybody in the right, Hagu. The whole world is suffering. The whole world, we are suffering under the devil. You know, he's there to kill and steal and destroy. So the whole world, the whole Africa is suffering. It's not it's not the only South Sudan is suffering. We are suffering as human beings, and we are suffering under Lucifer. So unless Lucifer is out of our life, we're gonna suffer. Gaddafi was killed. Who killed him and why? Other leadership that they are very good leadership of Africa being killed. Why? Go back and think about it too, my brother. Ciao, shalom. I'm out of it. Uncle, Male. Hey.
Dollar, good to see you. Uncle John Guy, good to see you.
Thank you, thank you.
Salam. Uncle John Guy, then we go to Dollar.
Salamat, Uncle John. Salamat, Murashar Jumhuriya, the presidential candidate.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead. You have your 5 minutes. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. You could I start from this the last minute with the Karkujo, the argument that Karkujo were men, while
No. Let's start from. Let's go to the topic. Can a woman be a president in South Sudan one day? If not, why?
Okay. I got that one at the last week. Last minute you were with Dal. Yeah, it is the same topic. Last week I heard about it. I was listening. Yeah, quiz. It is, you know, there are some countries which a woman cannot be able to lead. Okay, there are some other countries who have a good, strong foundation already, and it is open for anyone. Anyone can come to lead. Okay, like let's say for us, we South Sudanese, we are a beginner. With like the Arabic, the Arab Tali, we are bukun. Okay, we are badin. كويس يعني نحن بادين يعني عشان نحن وبعدين صار السودان ذاته عشان مرة يجي يحكم وينو النظام السياسي بتاعه وينو كويس سياسة النظام وينو ده سياسة هسه ده نظام السياسة ده نظام قبلية ونظام يعني الدستور جنوب السودان يهوداك هناك كويس لكن ما بزول شغال به الدستور غرق الدستور جنوب السودان غرق في النيل والنيل شالوا وداه كوسي خلاص انتهى جنوب شغال بكله القوي ياكل الضعيف بس يعوده. سو ده ما نينا ما نقدر يعني نتونس فوق ونقول والله يا اخي ممكن مره ياو مره جو اول امبارح ده ياو ده قال بقى وزير الدفاع مش هسه كوره واي قال انا شغال رمزي ساكت ما في زول جاب خبري. اوكي فده it would yes مرة عند والله حكم تامارة زي هسه أنا قاعد هنا في بريطانيا حاكم عندنا في تحت مرة كويس ما في جنة زول بالنوم جان كويس ما في جنة زول ما في زول ذاته لو زول ذاته يعني لو زول ذاته بيقى سالوه بلا بقروشه ستيل حكومة ما بيخليه ينوم جان. اوكي فالمرة ما عنده فرق ما بينه وبين راجل في الزمن الحاصل ده كويس. فالمرأة عنده كفاح وفي النظام اوريدي دستوري نظام دستوري فيه ودارين والحزب بتاعه جابها قال ده يا هي تجي تحكم ما في وذاته بيكون يمكن المرأة عندها المرأة هي اللي عارفه الوجع بتاع الجنة جنة حملوا 9 شهور ده لو مات هو المرأة بوجاو مصارين ذاته بوجاو انه كيف جنة ده قتلوا ليه كويس احسن من الرجال ما شغالين بالاولاد ولا الميد ولا ماد والهاي اوكي. ف حكم الرجال اصله جاف وانف يعني فيه رجاله فيه حاجات كثير. لكن لما المرأة يتخذ قرار بيكون دراسة تمام كامل خلفيات شنو. فدي انا في الموضوع ده يعني انا بجيب في انه ممكن المرأة يحكم واي نوت ما في مشكلة. لكن في العهد بتاع المرأة يجي يحكم فوق في جنوب السودان هو اصلا الرجال ما لاقين شمباك يخشوا ويندو عشان يخشوا بيه في عشان واحد يقول كلمة يبقى النسوان بيقدروا كيف ما بيجي كويس. يعني النساويين ذاته فيه دايرين ياكم قال لكن رجعوا ورا بخوف وقت هنا الاسود والمرافعين والتايجرز كله شربكوا في ناي ده قاعدين بيشاكلوا الناس الطيبين والناس اللي بيخجلوا بيرجعوا ورا يعني هنا قاعدين كويس. فما في مشكله. فبموضوع بتاع انه الاخت امال عليك الله ولا اقول لك عليك الرسول محمد ولا لك الرسول عيسى ابن مريم عليك الله بكده قدر شعور الناس اللي علموا ويعلم حرقوهم. شفت البيت الصغير دي بيت مشت راسها قيافه الحرقوها راسها مقلوبه اللي تحت يا اخي المناظر دي انت براك ما شفتوا وبرضه لسه تقول انه ده النظام ده لسه كويس فانت كده لو ضربت تليفون ساكن لوحده صحباتك اسالهم قول لهم النظام ماشي كيف كويس. ده النظام ما بيقول له زي النظام بتاع confused.com اوكي. ده ما منو ياتو قبيله ما كوركوري نوير كوركوري او نوير معقول نوير يكوركو معقول نوير قبيله الكبير ده معقول ياو يكوركو ياو كان طاردينه في مطاردات في جوبا زي اللي كانوا في غزال ولا في جاموس جا دخل جوا جوبا ياو نوير ياو ده هم النوير ده زادوا كان ما مغفلين وخرفان وبلده يرجعوا جوبا تاني
easy uncle John.
يرجعوا جوبا juba da wallahi tuta ana ma mumkin narja fogo illa ban ma jabu nas del زي الناس زي الحكم اللي عملوه في رواندا ليه هسه الناس اللي عملوا جرائم في رواندا ليه هسه قاعدين يقبضوا فيهم لحد الليله.
نعم.
لما يجي زول يفتح قضيه كيسز عشان الناس اللي قتلوا الناس يجيبون في عداله انا بمشي جوبا. لكن ما ممكن حتى الزول اللي قتلوا النوير عشانه ذاته رجع ونفس الكرسي ده مليان دم بتاع النوير يمشي يقعد فوقه اصله ما عنده تعيق قالوا النوير راسه بيجي الساعه 12 والله ده يا كان بيقولوا.
Uncle John. Now let's go to Dollar.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
You have your 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah, Gailam, and Jurkuju. I want to say hi to these guys here who are coming up, Santino and Baraj. This is Dollarjin, the leader of the UPLS Union Party of South Sudan. You know, this
welcome, brother.
Yeah, we talked about this before, and I know I already told you my stand on this.
Yes.
And this is a stand that most men are holding, not only South Sudan, even across the world. But I don't know our men, what's going on, which I will cover later. You know, when we talk of women leading, we look at the historical issue, cultural issues, cultural standing of our culture. And it is very clear that based proven on our culture, a woman cannot actually lead because of so many reasons. There's a lot of reason that is given. And it has been a long time, even in the culture of Nuer, culture of Denka, the part of Zandi. Women don't lead simply because, you know, the reason that they cannot lead is because the women are designed actually to just help men. They are designed not to lead the men. So women are not designed to lead the men. They are just to assist the men. That is one of the original way of how you can look at them. The other thing is that most of them, the way they are designed is actually to bear children at the best. And if you look at this, if maybe because of the environmental factor and people think maybe things change, sometimes you may force a woman to lead and not from their maybe their thinking. So what will happen is that you will design a mess environment, or maybe that means if you try to pick them, you will have crisis, a lot of crisis. And those kind of government usually they will not succeed, and they will be having a lot of mess around, because simply most women, you know, they feel less. Most of them feel less, even those who are educated, still they feel less. But sometimes if you put someone, even men, those men who feel like women, if you put them on the top, do you know what they do? Like those who are in Juba right now, what they do? What they do is that they look for a real people to come and do their job. So now, if you put people to do your job, then now that person doing your job is actually the real person doing the job, because you're not doing anything. And that kind of system will not move forward. It will always move backward, because it will have a competition. Because the person that is, for example, you know, I was working in Juba when our government is, and I was working in Gia, the battalion, almost 12,000. Marial Chinor was, he was the head of the whole battalion, and some general don't have education. So I was doing a lot of work. I don't have the rank of a major general. So you see that, and I do their work. And I feel like, okay, there is a competition here. Why should I do your work? I'm not getting that kind of money. So you see, a competition like that will happen. So a woman, most of these women, like Angelina now, she's in the defense. She's not doing anything there. So a man there who is doing the real work is there now being demoted. And for most of you who don't have experience, you don't know what I'm talking about. It's like a dream. I know that. But this is the reality, what is happening in a real life situation. So what is happening is that women, they can be good in some other area, but when it comes to security issues, they are very emotional. Emotional mind is very dangerous in security situation. In security situation like a security of a country, we need a logical brain to address issue. Okay, so if like there is a war maybe in Jonglei, there another war in Malakano, people are dying. So an emotional mind will just be crying. A logical mind will be looking for opportunity, that there is opportunity now, and this is the time now I need to act. They don't have that. So you see, these are the things that a woman is put behind, and that's why in many countries, even America, you name them, those superpower country, they don't allow women simply because of those things. So my brothers, we should actually exhaust this topic, because I know in South Sudan, even if we try to argue, there will be never a woman actually coming to lead. Some of you will see some women through corruption, like maybe their husband become very powerful. But those things, as time goes, as people become knowledgeable, when people are informed, they will never be there. Okay, they are only there now because of this time of when there is corruption. Everybody wanted to bring a gunpowder, and they wanted to bring their family up. We see that in South Sudan right now. But those one day, they are going to be changed. So I think.
Thank you, brother. We'll come back to you. Your 5 minutes is over, but we'll come back to you.
Oh, sorry. Okay. My 5. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Majak.
Hey, marhaba. كيف أخباركم؟ إن شاء الله كويسين. Yeah. Let me get in there a little bit short. Yeah, I agree. The woman can lead. Why not? The women can lead because women, they are smart, they are capable, they go to school like the same men go to school, they are educated. The whole level of the education, they can lead, and they are very smart. We talk about South Sudan. I agree a little bit with Darlan Jang. Right now in South Sudan, right now, in the moment we are in it right now, I don't think so the woman can lead, because South Sudan right now is not the right place women can be lead, because emotional and tribalism and all this stuff and killing and humiliate people and dropping lands and all this stuff. I think the women cannot able to resolve those issues. Kafa ana bugul lakin women in the future they can lead, because I'm very happy about South Sudanese people. Ana mubsut jiddan le South Sudanese people, because anehna natedna fi mahal bita abu yaw kan bihakim wa walad bitaw yiji yahkim wara abu, lakin asa ma inantane fi junub Sudan kullu ما في هسه حاليا، يعني بقى نادر الناس الفضلوا ياو ناس ماك نمر ياو لسه نيكان ياو لسه بيحكم ابوه لكن في جنوب السودان تاني كله ده بقى ما في، يعني سلطان وولد سلطان يجي يعني هسه ماشي ينتهي totally، يعني 65% بقى ما في حاليا. يعني اي زول ممكن يجي يحكم، يعني ابو كان ما سلطان قبل كده انت ممكن تيجي تحكم، لكن شايف هسه في جي 10 ولا بيقولوا جي الوايت هاوس بتاعكم في جوبا ده بيقولوا شنو ده؟ جي 1 جي 1 او في ناس كثير، يعني ناس كثير جايين يحكموا وما اولاد سلاطين، يعني نادرين اولاد سلاطين، لكن اي زول يعمل مشروع بتاعه. الشعب بتاع جنوب السودان شعب ديمقراطي، يعني شعب بفهم، شعب ما بتابعه، يعني شعب ما تابعه. We are not follower. We are the people. We look at the person. If you can able to do this, so can who mara or rajil or أبوه قبل كده ولا ولد مسكين أبوه كان ما عنده أي حاجة قبل كده لكن الولد بتاعه دعلم وبيتكلم صح. That's what we're looking for. وأنا متأكد جدا جدا في جنوب السودان ما في حاجة القبليات القايم فوق ده كل جو والفشل بتاع حكومة يا هو جاب القبلية. لكن شوف لما نجي ربنا يجيب لنا الرئيس صح يعمل لنا سكيورتي في البلد والناس يرجعوا في أهله الجوبة ده بيكون فاضي وما في زول بيكون فاضي لزول ولا في زول بيتكلم بقبيلة بتاع زول تاني. أنا متأكد 100% في قبائل بتاع جنوب السودان. لكن الدوشة ده كله ده الفشل بتاع حكومة. الفشل بتاع حكومة يا هو فشلوا. الناس بيقولوا سلفا كير ما فشل. سلفا كير فشل. ما في سكيورتي في جنوب السودان. ريك مشار جاء لما معه هسه حاليا هسه ماشيين لسنه ولا حاجه ما في سكيورتي لسه وناس وانيقه قاعد ومنو كلهم قاعدين هناك ما في سكيورتي لسه. Why? Because we don't have a good system عشان يعمل security بين الجنوبيين المواطن بتاع الجنوبي عشان واحد يمشي يزرع في ظهر بيته اي واحد يرجع في البلد بتاعه. الجنب بتاع بنتيو يرجع بنتيو الجنب بتاع ويل يرجع في ويل الراجع يرجع في راجع الماشي كايا يمشي كايا الماشي في whatever يرجع في مكان بتاعه. والجوب ده بيكون فاضي لكن عدم السكيورتي عشان كده انت قاعد تشوف ناس كتير بقى في شنو بقى في مشاكلات ناس كله بيرجعوا في هناك. لكن انا متاكد نرجع في البوينت المرأة ممكن يحكم في جنوب السودان لكن it's not this time moment. دايرين جنوب السودان يهدي شويه والمواطنين يهدي شويه والمرأة ممكن يحكم لأن المرأة the same قيمة the same value of the man they can lead and I agree for that one and thank you. Go ahead. Thank and give our brother a chance.
Thank you. You finish it in 5 minutes exactly now. Huh? Good job, brother.
Yeah. You know that is Makur. His name is Majak.
Majak, yes.
Majak.
Yeah. You know, one thing here, what we wanted to know, you're saying maybe in future, in future. What I want you to know is that this future, a lot of our people has been talking about women leading in future for 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, they were debating this and they're saying a woman maybe will lead in future. Now we are in the 2,000 year we are in now, what our ancestors were saying. So what it means is that, it means that this thing will never happen. The reason people are thinking like that is because they thought maybe situation people are in like the war or what we are in now you think they cannot lead because there are war in our country. It's the same thing that this thing you are seeing now in about maybe 50 years to come, they will increase and even become worse than this. So they will need a different mind, not our mind right now. And this is what people don't understand. This
my
is what
my point. If South Sudan, like Egypt right now, like Egypt, for example, or Sudan, Al-Kabir, or even Uganda, they don't have a lot of war like we have it. The women can lead. We just need like the peace. If it go through and everything, women it's a comfortable. They can lead. Because right now, I agree with you a while ago. In this situation, emotional for what is going on right now in South Sudan, it need a man to handle it. But when all this is gone and they bring security in South Sudan, everybody go back to their villages and everybody farm and there are no attack no more and government is a unity and we have one national army, the women can lead. And I believe Angelina Tang, she doing great job. She working.
Okay.
Angelina Tang, she working. I believe that, and I hope her she doing better and better. And in the future, maybe she can be leader. Who knows? Or another woman, she can be leader. Who knows? And thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Before I go to Perez, I want to ask our brother Dole. Now, who's leading UK And who's leading Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and
It's a
UN?
woman.
Who's the vice president now?
Yeah.
Why did you not say that a woman cannot lead? There's no way for a woman to be on top position.
You know, brother Guy, one thing that people don't know here is leading because you are capable and you have ability to lead, and leading maybe because of corruption or because you are breaking the law. Now, all those countries you mentioned, most of them, first of all, they are breaking God law, and you don't know that. Now, when they break the God law, so that means they are working on their own law, on their human law. And why I say that is because in the Holy Bible, a woman is not actually allowed even to lead a man. And if we have to go by what God say, then we have to follow what the rule of God, right? But if we don't follow, that means we broke the God law and we work with our own law. And that is what they call in this world. People, most Christians don't understand this. This is what we call the devil practice. It's devil. So if you see something like that is not in the Bible, that means they are following devil, their own way. And this is what is happening in South Sudan. It's happening in elsewhere, other countries, and you can see them practicing devil. That is why you see they are breaking the law of God by actually embracing their own law. That is the meaning of what you see, maybe putting up women on what they're not supposed to do, putting men on what is not their role. Like right now, a man become a gay in America, maybe elsewhere gayism is welcome.
Can you ask
kind of thing.
Brother Guy,
the Anglican Church.
Can I say something now?
Anglican Church.
Can I say something?
In 1 minute for let's give Uncle Santino 1 minute, and then we go to Uncle John. Craig didn't talk yet. Go ahead, Santino. You have 1 minute.
Thank you. Hi, Brother Guy and Dollar Jan and Brother Uncle John. Almara indu haka chani yakim. Lando jina pisa Australia pe indu adala. Bedi mara hak yakim. Yagul gal mara and rajel are the same. Okay, bedi. We hak de bedi. Ida pia a demokratia. Ida pia distur. Ida pia respect la zap. Aya easy lo mara leader in the some side of parties, they have right through by vote. We don't deny the mother to be ruled. Not my opinion. Mother they have child capable to rule, but in this moment in the South Sudan they can.
Thank you. Your minute is done. Uncle John. Uncle Santino.
Still. Check basit kile neno na chulu barra. Dem ak fi kalam bi gul gal al fat mat. Ida kunna katena fat mat da mairna kule che mumkin ta'asan fi junub. وبدي زول كل زول يحكم في الجنوب يبنى قبائل سكر قبائل كبار ممكن يتنازل لقبائل الصغير ممكن يصل اذا في الرؤيه الوطنيه في موجود سعيد.
Thank you.
لو جيت الكلام بتاع اخي كركوجه هو سالك قال يا قال في النور كتلو في جوبا.
I'm sorry, Uncle John. Santino.
Yeah. انا النقطه داير اقوله انا دي بس انا اول مره نلم في شو مع الضالات
دكتور
ف انا
اديو تايتل بتاع دكتور لارجل
انا بدي I want to advise the young man dollar in okay قال يا أخي لو إذا كان ربنا قال مرة ما يحكم أو مرة ما عندها مستوى، كان ربنا كان بيخلق، كان بيخلي بيت، كان بيخلي مرة أي مرة كان بيخلوها أمهم يحمل به ويولدوا في يولدوا. أنتوا سامعني؟
بيقطع.
You are breaking down.
We can't hear you well. Oh, it's frozen.
أنتوا سامعني؟
Yeah, right now, yes. Right now, yes.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
أنتوا سامعني؟
Yes, yes.
أيوة. أنا يعني كان ربنا خلق المرأة، كان يلدوا في 6 شهور، وكان يخلوا ما راجل يكون في 9 شهور. وبعدين يا ممكن تقول كلامك ده انه مرة ما ممكن يحكم، كلامك ده ممكن يكون منطق، لكن هسه انت زول عندك حزب عليك الله، والحزب ده انت داير نسوان يكون اعضاء فوقه. واي زول كويس، اي زول داير ينجح في الدنيا ده، قالوا اي راجل ناجح بيكون في مرة تعبان وراه. كويس، فما في راجل بينجح في الدنيا ده، ما في راجل بينجح لو ما عنده مرة مسانده من ورا. كويس، عشان الحزب بتاعك ده يكون ملتي، يكون فيه ناس من كل اجناس، يعني من كل انواع. انت كده ما توري روح الدكتاتوريه من هسه قبل ما تلقى منصب. كويس، ما ممكن يعني لو ما انت اي راجل بينجح في انتخابات وفي نايدة بيكون اكثر اصوات ده النسوان. وانت كان كلمت كلام، لو انت ده تلغي كلام في بنتيو ده منو بزغرد ده منو ده مرة. طيب انت لما تقول نسوان زي ده ما عندهم اي قيمه وما عندهم اي، ما ربنا ما قال لهم كده. ربنا ده ذاته وكده خلق ادم براو، ادم خلق ادم لما جابوا ده يجيب مرة، ربنا نوم ادم. المرة هي بقى اول في الدنيا، حتى بعدها صحوا ادم، وادم لما جا لقاه ادم لما خلع ده يقوم جاري. لما قال له لا ما تجير ده، انت يا زول طلبتني عشان ربنا يجيبني اكون انا شركاء في الدنيا ده. كويس، فبليز يعني انت يا
you know, Uncle John guy.
Asmani, let me come and then you can reply. You guys double up. I'm still here. Can I say a word?
Okay.
There is something here. It's guys. Something here. This uncle has said, and we want.
Doesn't matter. You have to reply later.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah, we wanted to understand it because you know people here.
I hope
is that they don't understand.
I hope 5 minutes, then you will reply.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Parek.
Yeah, first of all, hello everybody. Hello, brother Kurkuju, and Gailam, as usual, Dal, a few people over there. First of all, let me say hi to you. It's very hot topic, and you still continue doing this. And I hope you're going to give me enough time. These people, they double up in front of me, and then I was silent, seeing what is happening. And I hope I'm gonna have enough time to summarize
Go ahead.
my view. بالمناسبة أنا متحير أنا نبدأ من وين. But let me start like this. I hope you guys hear me very clearly. Hello? Do you guys hear me very clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to start by this. I want to say to brother Najan, if God listen to you, and hear what you're saying, the way you translate his Bible, I think God will take it back. You know, the God will take his Bible back. I say, look, you're not going to use it anymore. Let's be sincere and logical. Sometimes I feel sorry for our people in South Sudan. When people get to a certain age and then they're speaking something like this, it gives me heartbreaking, you know, because we in a family common sense here, we're trying to make sense. We're really trying to make sense. It's not a bad, you know, trying to really abuse women in live video to dignify, to disdignify women, like to make them like they cannot do nothing in life. What I want to say, I still stand in my view, you know, women, they can lead. The main problem is men. And let me be clear here, Jama. I'm the only one find myself, I'm a God defender. If people don't know that, oh, even that, you know, because yeah, Jama, let's take our emotion out of this issue. All right? Let's take God out of this issue. Let's take Uncle Shaitan or Lucifer out of this issue. Let's use our mind as a human being. Forget about God say or who say. You know, as a human being, to make sense of our life, what is the true thing and what is the right thing? We are empty people. We looking for identity. We need to build something. You know, if we are tribal society, woman has a role, and people respect women according to that level of the society. You know, we don't have to be very educated, but in that level of the society, they respect women. In the woman has a status. The woman can do things and they can lead. That's called a leadership. So there is no difference between women and men at all, in my view. They can lead when the environment is good for them, when there is a system. Nothing called emotional. Last time I make an example here, and this was true when we were fighting in South Sudan, SPLM. Habashiat from Tigray region, they used to come because SPLM, most of them by then, they don't know how to drive the Baba. They used to drive those the Baba and fight in front of fighting. Did this woman don't have emotion? No, it's not because they don't have emotion. So nothing to do with emotion. Leadership is the leadership. If we have an open-minded and we don't have to blame anything on Shaitan or put everything, God will do it, we will progress and we will do well, because this is what I believe in my life. You know, I believe God give me a will and give me a brain. That's enough. I don't know what more than this you want from God. South Sudan, God didn't create it. You created it yourself. Who made the border of Sudan and Chad and Libya? The English come and made it. God didn't make it. Is God sent us Silva Kiir to kill us like this? That means I have a question, man. What is going on? God should send us Obama or should send us the Japanese president. You know? So as a
Did
people,
you say Salva Kiir is killing us?
Eh?
Did you say Salva Kiir is killing us?
I didn't say he's killing us, but did God send Silva Kiir, you know, to us in South Sudan? That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So if God sent Silva Kiir to South Sudan to us, that means I have a question. Why he shouldn't send me the president of Japan to South Sudan, or send me Obama? Why he send me Kiir? You know. So this is people. What I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to make people understand. This is our will, as people, as we function. The way Dalarjan understand woman, that's how his woman gonna be, and that's how his own society gonna be. So how we're gonna free ourselves from this mind? That's where the problem is. So the main problem here, nothing has to do with the book of God. Nothing had to do with Shaitan. It has to do with the man ego, who wanna make himself the superior, and he think, want to think like this book, that book, what book? It doesn't make sense to me. At the end of the day, to be clear-minded, the doing, whatever is happening in South Sudan, the doing of leadership, the doing of leadership in women, the doing of leadership in our culture, is all our make. Is all our make. If we can fix it, we will fix it. If we cannot fix it, please, South Sudanese, let's be serious and don't blame God anytime. Don't blame Shaitan anytime. Leave them alone. Blame yourself. If you cannot take it, be a man and face it. We need to face our reality. We need to face our society. That's what I said. For me, just to conclude on this, last time I said, with all these resources in the Western world, even we're sitting in this room right now, talking about women, this is the technology. There are some people here in the West, they cannot even use their full capacity to exploit the resources they have. Forget about, discrediting women, and they think women cannot do anything in this life. That is completely, it will reflect our understanding. And don't forget, in South Sudan, probably in Dalarjan generation, we have a lot of them. And this is a disaster. This is a real disaster, because this is the will God give you, the brain God give you. That's where the problem is. If you could not fix it yourself, that's where your freedom come in here. When you attach everything to God, when God, خلقنا الإنسان على صورته, we are in the image of God. So when we're in this earth, we represent God. That means our small brain, when we make car, when we make everything, is to ourselves. We made it because we have that freedom. Thank you. And I think my time finished.
Let me,
but thank you. Thank you.
It is not
Let me
about
point.
you. I have
Let
been
me
waiting
point.
as well. I have to give my
Yeah.
perspective, please.
Let me point out very quick to
Okay.
this gentleman.
Okay.
because
Brother Bull.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, what Baraj is saying clearly, Ajama, South Sudanese, we need to be clear. Okay. So what Baraj is saying that we don't need to listen to God. Okay, and he's contradicting himself. Now, this is what I want our South Sudanese to know. Now, the way the crisis are doing. Hold on.
Is your grandfather not God?
Hold on. Yes. Actually, our generation, the past generation, know God even more than us right now. Because with what you are saying that we need to free ourselves from God. That quote, I quoted from you. And this is,
this is a passive mind.
The problem is here.
The mind of Father Antan all the time. That's the problem in South Sudan. If God fathering us, the way He's fathering us now, that means He's a bad father.
Let me explain this to you. Is a lot of people have this feeling, especially when they are moving out from God and they are driven by their own self, by human self. But what I wanted you to learn here from here, my brother.
No, I don't want to learn. Just let me explain this to you, okay? In South Sudan, the average age of the average life expectancy is about 50 years, 60 years. In Japan, they don't know God. They don't know even Jesus, They don't know even James, all right? They are Buddhism. They pray for cow. They pray for meat, all right?
They have their own gods.
But they die in their 90s, 100 years, And they live the best life ever. Why here, I pray every day in South Sudan, and these people are killing themselves like dog. This has to do with God. So if you don't have to blame everything on God, you need to put your mind, because the God of Japanese, the God of Japanese, and your God, they are not the same.
Can I say something?
Yeah. I can see now where the problem is coming from now. The real problem is when we act by ourselves, then you can see the crisis that you are seeing. Those people that you see, that you say they are out of God and they live longer, at least they are believing on something. But here you are moving from anything you believe, you want to believe on yourself. That is very dangerous. The consequences is that you're going to have a lot of crises, the same crisis that Abel have when you walk away, the same crisis that the people in
Mundeng will rescue me. Mundeng will rescue me.
If you hear about the Gomorrah and Sodom cities that were moving out from God and they want to act on their own, God destroyed them. The generation of Noah, the similar, like your mind, thinking that they moved to themselves, God destroyed them.
Okay.
I can name for you a lot of his story. So right now, if you see some destruction, it is because they are moving out from what God is saying. So what we need, if we need really peace in our country or ourselves, or we need a longer life, we have to focus on what the word of God, what they say. This is where we can find a peace, and this is where we find life. And clearly what God say about women is clearly written in the Bible. Okay.
I think your God and my God are different.
Timothy, the role of women, it is in Timothy. The first, read the Bible. The first Timothy will give you a
who wrote
clear.
Timothy? Do you know who wrote Timothy?
Okay, guys. Let me start to mute
if I tell you,
don't large. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Because of our time, Ajama, I only get 25 minutes.
Because of time.
I have 25 minutes, and we have to use it wisely, because I will end up the show in 3 hours exactly. You know, so let's try to use this 25 minutes wisely. Now I'm going to start with you, Dole. I will give you 4 minutes, wrap it up, and then I'll go to the next person. You have your 4
What happened to my turn?
You'll get yours.
You'll get there.
Your time is there.
Largel is coming twice now.
Listen, what I'm trying to say, because we all accusing Dolza, let him talk for his 4 minutes. I will let him go, and then next one will come and talk. That's what I meant. I know he can say what he want to say, and then you guys can talk after that. Sound fair?
Yeah. Okay. The first thing, let me wrap my idea here. You know, John, Uncle Guy was talking about whether about a woman and about my party. You know, here we are talking about the truth. Even myself, I don't want to lead people in without God. That will be it will be a devil country, and there will be killing if I do that. So the bad thing is that we have to deal with the truth. If the women, they don't like to vote for me because I'm telling the truth and I'm driving the country to be led in God's way, then I rather not even be the president for a nation that is following the devil. So that is what I wanted to tell you, because I have conviction and I have agreement with God because I read the Bible. The other thing is that some of you here are believing in lie. Like, for example, some guys here say that women need some time to lead and another time not to lead. Like what they're saying, this time they should not, but there is a time when it is good when they will lead. Well, this is a contradiction by itself, and it is not true. Because if they are leaders, then they should lead at any time. Because a problem is a nature of man. So problem can come anytime. Even those peaceful time, there will be problem too. So if we think and we really believe in our mind that women has capability to lead, we can't say that they don't supposed to lead now. So that means that one there's a problem. That is one. The other thing is that this gentleman is clearly that he doesn't understand, and I'm not surprised with people that don't understand the thing. But when we read, you know, when we go close to God, God will reveal us the way our life should be. What women can do is clearly in the Bible. What the man can do, all these things, they are clearly written in the Bible. But our people, they don't have time to read the word of God, word of life. And that is why if you don't have time with that, then you will have time with crisis, with Satan thing. We are busy killing ourselves, doing bad, abusing ourselves on the internet. And instead of arguing for life, the thing that will give you life. So the brother here saying that we need to move from God to ourselves, is totally wrong. It's a disaster, because we see in the history any society or any individual that move out from God way of life, they always are faced with destruction. They are faced with war, with anger, with a lot of diseases. And this is clearly in the Bible. I can name you anything. So my brothers here, what we wanted to do is that concerning our women are good. And our culture is not that stupid. We are not smarter than those who really, those of 200 years ago. They probably even be smarter than us. And why they don't allow even him, Barak, in his own culture in Dengabur, right now in his own community, there is no even a single woman a leader. You can imagine that. So how will you force South Sudan to have a woman when you don't have it in your own society? In your own village, in your own home, you don't have that, and then you wanted to enforce it in South Sudan government. That is really, you know, this is not true, Ajama. We need to be honest. If we can accept them in our own villages, then there's no reason we accept them in the whole country. So thank you very much, Lam.
Thank you, Dr. John Largent. Let's go to Kurkuju.
Thank you. Let me start by saying this. I will disclaim that our ancestors, even 50 years ago, they are better than us. They understand things better than us. No. I believe my level of understanding is better than the Marodama, my grandfather. Okay? Because he never been to school. I understand arithmetic, physics. I know how to use internet. So this is a different world. So this is bogus. Our culture, why we are adopting Western civilized way of living, is how, if our culture is great. So this is another one. We have to debunk it to kill it. It is, you know, doesn't make sense at all. This Bible thing, my suggestion to Brother Largel, Dr. Largel, it is a good idea to add something Christian or something Bible to the name of his party, okay? So that when people look at this party from the name, they can tell this is a Christian whatever something. So this is just a suggestion to him. Let me go back to the topic with the regard. Still, my personal opinion, I strongly believe women can lead today, even not tomorrow, as long as the environment is conducive. When we have a government of an institution, democratic government of an institution, there is a parliament system in a place, there is a national security, national army, there is electoral committee that will supervise. Also, there is a conducive environment that people can travel from one village to another to debate, to present their political agenda, 100%. This is our collective responsibility. When we topple this Salva Kiir regime, we have to install all this institution. And when those institutions are in place, 100% any woman can lead South Sudan. Inglab ma bi'amulu, you know, genital something of the man. Because Rujal fi Junub Sudan, they think Asila, this is an extension for their manhood. Okay? Al-Masura bita Dababa, this is an extension for their manhood. Yaw bihaddidu bayunas bi'amulu baywarhab. Lakin it is here in your brain. So 100% women can lead. Women are qualified al-asasinu to handle anything. We know who is behind this network of Facebook running right now. There is women engineer, 100%. They are working with Facebook, with Google, with other places. So please stop this idea. What is wrong in our village? It is wrong in our village. We cannot bring it with the modern lifestyle. So let us adopt the modern lifestyle, do the right thing as long as she's qualified. And I believe any woman that
going to step up. She wants to be a president. She wants to be a prime minister. She will be more than qualified. Salva Kiir sitting on our chest. So this is a campaign we have to continue. We have to give our sisters a chance. We have to give our daughters a chance so that they can run this country economically, socially, politically. They will do much, much better than men. That doesn't mean that men are going to sit back and they are not going to be part of the system. But collectively, we can build a better country. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I will yell it because my 4 minutes is up and I will exit.
Thank you so much, Brother Kukuji. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's go to Majak.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Give me another chance. Yeah. Let me do this. I agree for women to lead in your topic. I agree women can lead. My point, my opinion, Anna Mijak, this time, because right now we have wild animals going on there. We got asset, we got Amarfain. We got asset, this is Silva Fakir, we got Amarfain, this is Riek Machar. I think the women cannot deal with them right now. So we need those al-asad wal Amarfain del Yamutu or Yamshu, but then woman it could handle it. That is my point, my opinion. It's not women cannot lead. Women cannot lead. I agree with that, because when we go back to our culture, we change. The dunya is changed. The whole world is changed every day. The women of our mothers or our grandpa or grandmas, they are different right now. They are educated like everybody, so they can handle everything is going on right now. So I agree for that. I don't have problem. Religion, I don't want to go there, because now they're talking about religion and whatever. The religion in the Nahar, they are Rujala Dinbe Nahar Belel, they are devil. Darlarjang last time, what he said, if he make this country to be, he hoped to be candidate of this country. What he said to Bashir last time, that is devil stuff. He cannot be. That is not, even if he's a politic man or a religion man, he cannot say that. And he cannot say here, talk and excuse people, religion or this. It's better to stick with women, to deny the women. That is good for him. That is his mentality. That's what he's doing. But the religion, he cannot deny anything. He's a religion man, and the daylight, and he's a devil in the night time. So I'm not going to talk about him too much. And that brother, he was just left. I think he don't understand what is going on. He don't understand. I'm not talking about him. He don't understand totally what is the point. So I agree with you guys. The women can lead, but it's not this time for Amarfain or Asad. That is my point. And thank you. Give another people chance.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Majak. I will see you, inshallah, next week. I'm going to start dropping you. I will give Parech a chance, and then we call it good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. People on fire, man. Come on. Tell us what you got, man.
I know. People on fire, man. Anyway, thank you. I think I supposed to use my time wisely, but you definitely did a good job. And this is very, very, very crucial topic and very important. المشكلة need energy, a very clear understanding of what is happening. I just want to clarify a few points in my time right now. When I talk about God, I brought God into this because Nas, I'm reading justification. They're justifying their evil by Bible bita God. وكلام ده غلط أساسا. أنا يا جاي لام تعرف every day أنا بصلي لشنو ولا بقوم بحمد ربي لشنو. As long as he's keeping my brain ونفس بتاعي ده أنا ما أقدر أكتر من كده من ربنا. الباقي مزوريتي أنا علي أنا. I have to. So أنا لو فشلت في حياتي أنا ما بلوم ربنا بلوم نفسي أنا. This is my understanding of God. لأنه Bible صاحبي ده قاعد يتكلم فيه الليلة ده. We all read. We all study. لكن Bible ده قاعده naman kan ja awwal شيء religion bible ده كان بتاع private كان بتاع ناس كده في palace ناس بلاتوس قبل ناس بلاتوس كان البتاع ده كان ما لي public البتاع ده develop after that it come to public انزل بقى يصلي نزل كان knowledge اساسا لما جاء revolution بتاع ما دارين كنيسه وكنيسه والحروب الصليبيه وحاجات ده كله that's how it developed اوكي بايبل ده ذاته لما استعمرونا ما خدرونا في اسم شنو في افريقيا خدرونا عديل ببايبل ده يلا يشيلوا حاجات بتاعنا الثروات بتاعنا it's the same bible so it depends how you use it if you use it in a devil way it can work yep if you use it in the right way it can work I wish to use it in the right way I know bible استعمرونا به شالوا به حاجاتنا at the same time في ربنا المشكله كالاتي أنينا الجنوبيين ده دي أي حاجة بنشيله بعزافيره نخطه في مخنا ده ونعمل شنو scapegoat. I really don't like our lazy mind of scapegoat, you know. So لو ما حصل ربنا فيه. لو حصل كعب ده شيطان. أنت ما داعي تشيل مسؤولية. You know, I want every individual of South Sudanese, if you're a religious person, if you're not a religious person, because when I talk, I take my emotional out completely, man. Put it aside, you know, and then talk. When I make sense, I have to make sense. أنا غير نفس بتاعي مخي ده والله ما أقدر أسعى ربنا أكتر من كده تاني. Can you tell me if you don't breathe and you don't have brain, tell me what would you do? You do nothing. So these are the best gift God gives to us. So the problem here, when we're going to put it in use, that's where the problem. And we have that problem as a South Sudanese. That's why I always cry out to all South Sudanese, Ya Jama, blame game da, khallu. Let's take responsibility. You know, do whatever you do, God will help you after that. But للأسف, you're blaming God all the time. I feel like I want to defend God sometime by myself, you know, because this is too much Sudanese, man. So anyway, عشان أجي the conclusion, I believe women can lead. Women are leaders. Last time I say in history, all the empire across the world, if you see Roman Empire, the women are horrible. A lot of empire, a lot of palace, women destroy them. You know, انت قاعد تشوف sometimes في افلام الواحد ده بيجيب لك المرأة والراجل، لكن شنو؟ الراجل الخاين ده بيكون مشكس بيت الملك، ملك عديل، يلا والراجل ده ريبل وخاين لكن بيت الملك بيتفق معه ليه؟ والملك ده ابوه.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? So المسألة شنو؟ المسألة women that are capable of leading. You know, it's just our understanding and the bad culture we have. The culture we have, these are our parents, our great-great-parents. The last things I want to just for 30 seconds to conclude, what I want to say to South Sudanese, and if you there, Jama, let me estimate, we've been there for the last 500 years. And this 500 years, every single tribe in South Sudan, they're doing the same thing, circle. يعني الأرجان ده لو أنت مسكته لو مسكت جده نمبر 100 great grandfather did the same thing. عنده بقر ولد جاب نسوان دخل في حرب عمل هان اوفر للعيال بتاعه للعيال children بتاعه until جاب الهان اوفر للأرجان. For the last 500 years we're doing all this. So this is how we are. We didn't jump any far. So nothing new. That's why we need to open our mind and really try to do the best and take the accountability, take the responsibility as a South Sudanese. That's where we can fix our nation, we can fix ourselves, and our women are great. They can lead like any other woman in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. You have said it all, and I hope this debate, I think it's still going on. A lot of kalam for gulubna as men. We want to let it out. So maybe I will do part 3 with the same topic because it seems like
you need to. You need even up to part 5, man.
So we have a lot of work to do. So let's do part 3 next week, inshallah. And let's women come. I will try to get a hold of Suzanne Jambo to come and talk, and we can hear from women's side because now we're accusing them, and we want them to come even speak up to defend themselves, so we can have a healthy debate. You know, We have now 5 or 6 against one lady. So there's no fairness there.
And
But,
and I forget something. Dalarjan told me, "Girl, we don't have a woman leader in our area." I give her example. We have Nyandeng Mabur now. He's in South Sudan. She's a leader. So she's a woman. Yeah.
Not just leader, come on, vice president. Huh?
So there's women leaders. There's
Yes.
women leaders in South Sudan.
Thank you, brother.
But
I
you're
will
doing a
see
good
you
job, man.
Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can drop me now, but you're doing a good job. Just keep doing it. Don't worry about anything. You're
Thank you
making
so
a
much.
change.
Thank you so much.
And that's what we need. And at the end of the day, we all thank God. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you, man. Until we see you. All right. Shalom. That's Brother Perej. Wow. To the conclusion, it was really a healthy debate to all of us, even though things has shifted in a different ways. But in a way, I say it is well. In a way, I say it is well because in order to test and to know the level of education and the level of understanding, it's required for us to speak freely. And when we speak freely, things that bothers us usually comes up. Things that been hiding for so many years, they've been there, hiding somewhere. Now we have the opportunity to know what we have on our mind set. In other words, when we talk freely, we will observe and know the level of educations that we are carrying. Or we can observe the ways of understanding human nature. So, to the conclusion, Sister Rose K, she said that it's good to see what our men think about women's leadership. Wow, this is very strong concept. Of course, when we say men, if you have 5 men, uh, sometimes 2 or 3 of them will disagree, or maybe 2 out of 5 will disagree with what you guys saying, or in terms of definitions of a woman. Uh, I think if you do part 3 next week, uh, to me, I think it would be helpful. I'm thinking to bring a couple ladies to host them on Tuesday's show next week to come. Let's hear from their side, even though they're watching. But it will be wisely if we can allow them to come and talk a little bit, in women ways. I don't know. Of course, we can talk until morning, and when we talk until morning, that's only the way we're thinking as men. But when there's a woman involved, just like our sister Amel, it gives it a flavor. It gives us a flavor on how women react when they see something like that. You know, so I would really, I don't mind to welcome women to come and talk, just only women, to see how they think. Let's try to test their mindset. Let's try to see how they think too about this concept. It's a long walk. It's a long walk, and whoever's tired will just leave from behind, and the journey continue going. You know, so let's come together and try to change our mind concept. We all have different ways when we're viewing things that we do, especially viewing women. People view women in different ways, and at the same time, the same people they live with women. في مسألة بقول إنه you cannot live with women and you can live with them at the same time, which means that you have to cooperate somewhat. You cannot live without women, and you cannot stand living with them. You know, So therefore, we need each other. It's a 50-50. Let's keep the fight. Let's keep the fight of understanding human concept, the way we think, the way we observe things. And there's something I noticed, that everything we do, we put God first. In God we trust, right? And at the same time, we do our things as human, and we blame it to the God. We do anything for us, any mind concept, anything that you think about it, and then you're gonna say that what this is God, what God said. So let's be careful when we're adding God's name in the things that we do in general, because God can punish you, especially when you have a wrong idea about Him, especially when you think different about God. Nobody sees God, nobody knows God, but God exists. Therefore, let's be careful when we are mentioning the name of our God. I thank you all. Please share it with friends and family. I will not talk much because our time is over. And I was really honored to see all of you guys, for everybody that came here and speak. It was a great honor to see all of you guys. What an awesome people of South Sudan. You guys are leader, and let's do the work. Let's do the right thing. Our women, we have to value them regardless of what. Because they value us, we have to do the same thing. Everybody's equal. In God's eyes, we are all equal. Therefore, let's do the good work. Thank you all. Please share it with friends and family. Shalom, shalom. Until we meet again. All right. Take it easy.